evening.
So what character class is everybody playing?
I'm intending to be a paladin, but I could just as easily be a rogue or a ranger with the character concept.
I just wondered if
And gnomes
any of you
aren't
was playing a
infamous.
witch.
And gnomes aren't
I
infamous
tried
for
to
their
make. I tried.
fantasy
I made
backgrounds.
like Sassafras a witch, but Sassafras apparently is a wizard. But anyway, that's a chat for another day.
I did think about being a tiefling witch that was going to become a harrower.
Right. So, welcome once again. We return to sunny Sandport.
Oh, we're back. Oh, I'm going to go running into the tavern where I left Rannick and Omiko yelling, "I'm back!" And I'm going to toss up a handful of the confusion, the sparkles.
Oh, bugger. Can I draw a card from a deck, please, Kev? Could you draw me a card? The Ace of Spades.
No, 3 of diamonds. The Ace of Spades was technically already there, so.
Then there are no children. Sorry, you're not an auntie. You're not Auntie Jelsa.
So what have you been
Yeah,
doing the whole
yeah.
time I was gone? Hey, how's Fort Rannick doing? Did you at least get that cleaned up?
I've been spending a lot of time at Fort Rannick. They wanted to make me bloody general. I said, bugger off. I mean, Jakardros, he's general there now. I helped him out. I've spent plenty of time doing patrols up in mountains. I tell you what, there's not a bloody ogre to be seen now. Most of them have been stuck on the end of me.
Well, that's
Poking
probably
stick.
why there's no little amigos or Rannicks yet. You're a married man now, you know. You got other business to take care of.
Maybe he isn't. Maybe that's the problem.
There's plenty of business to take care of, but I had to be poking ogres.
Cubs, I get the impression that maybe something went wrong.
Maybe it did. I mean, there is a suggestion that I might be a Jaffa, which, you know, it's not unlikely. I mean, our folks, we don't tend to breed true that much. I mean, it's just a thing. But, well, I mean, if Miko wants to have kids, it'll have to be with someone else.
Also solves the plight problem if another adventure comes along and she's still free and single and all married someone else, doesn't it? But we'll see.
Exactly. I mean, I suppose technically we could have an annulment. I mean, it's not like we haven't consummated, but, you know, there's no proof except for, well, I've just said that we have, but, you know, you'd not tell anyone. I'll stop.
Chelsea rolls her eyes. Well, you haven't changed, Rannick.
Well, I don't think you have either. You've certainly not grown up, have you? Up.
Well,
Sure, you know.
she mumbles something awful and gnomish to him.
But yeah, Fort Rannick's all right. Jakardros is general now. Shillelagh came back. I mean, she's got a real thing for goblins around here. I mean, she goes up to Fort every now and then, sees her dad. It's nice to see them getting on and all that. But to be honest, whenever she's there, have a talk, they catch up, and then she gets all antsy that there aren't any goblins to kill and comes back here.
There's so many goblins here either. We took care of all them.
Oh, they breed like buggers. They do. There's plenty of them back again. I mean, you never really get rid of goblins now, do you?
How's the orphanage doing?
Well, their Auntie Jelsa's donations have helped a lot, I believe.
There's always orphans. I mean, people get hurt, people die, and they've had kids, but orphanage is all right. I mean, did you know they've got a picture of you up there?
Wow. And she blushes. Like, for once, she's actually caught off guard and kind of embarrassed because she never did tell anybody about leaving all her gold with them.
Indeed.
Yeah, it says underneath it. It says underneath it, Auntie Jelsa and everything. And all the kids in the morning, they say, "Morning, Auntie Jelsa," when they go past picture.
Oh, well, I'll have to go and say hi to them when we're back, now that I'm back.
I tell you what, they'll be dead excited to see you, I expect. Don't know why they've got the picture up, but they've got a picture of you anyway.
It's because I'm so cute.
One thing you're not, Jelsa, is cute. You're spiky and sparkly, but you're not cute. Well, I mean, people that don't know you might think you're cute, but let's face it, any bugger that knows you don't think you're cute. Not that I'm saying, you know, that's a problem or anything, but let's face it. No, you're not cute.
No one else?
But, you
No?
know, is it just us two here?
Sounds like it. I think the others. Well, obviously everyone else is still out and about, but
Must be. Here, Miko, how's the stew coming?
Oh, I've been dying for a Miko's cooking. It's a long trip here, and it's like
You know,
realize I've
since
got lots of sound effects.
since she's won at Nobles of Sandpoint, she's been importing more spices.
oh, nice.
That some of the stuff that she comes up with now, I mean, it's all kinds of flavors. Whatever you do, if it's got deviled in it, be careful, it'll blow your bloody head off. I mean, seriously, it's dangerous.
Maybe for your sort of half orc stomach, but us gnomes are like cast iron stomach.
Oh, tell you what, if you think you got a cast iron stomach, you should get yourself down the hagfish. Do you know the challenge they got down there? I think there's something like 500 silver in that pouch above the hagfish tank. If you can drink down a pint of it and keep it down, you get all 500 silver.
Certainly tells someone's been running this Pathfinder Rise of the Runelords campaign and has remembered more of the background than I ever did.
Oh, I had a player who, because I went through the background bits from Pathfinder First Edition, and they decided they wanted to be a hagfish hopeful. There had been many vomiting. They had many vomiting sessions.
Fair enough.
Before they finally managed to do it.
Marvelous. That's all that's good. I'm just sorting a few things out in the background, but let's see if we can. Data. Yes, it's it. Right.
So, what's new with you anyway?
Oh, I was off in Omesta, but you know, this being my legend thing is not all it's cracked up to be, because you just get all kinds of attention you don't really want.
It looks like I forgot to turn on the advances extension.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, they just, everybody wants to ask me about Karzhog, and it's like, okay, that's done. Let's move on here. And I was trying to convince some of them that one way to stave off the bleaching, because if you've noticed, I haven't faded a bit, is to join the Pathfinder Society. So I was there trying to recruit for the Pathfinders, but there's not a lot of takers because they're pretty staid at times.
Right.
Getting a drink.
Oh, we'll worry about you in a second.
Then we got word
I
to
need to put loads of magic items in my inventory that are already useful. Vorpal fists of death.
You won't have any
armor that doesn't weigh anything that gives me plus 20.
But then
hang on, you can't be a monk and wear armor. You lose all your monkey benefits.
That's why I said armor that has no impediment and gives me plus 20 on everything.
No, if it's called armor, you can't have it. It's rules.
A loincloth keeps my balls protected.
Well, that's all right then. You want to keep them protected. I mean, otherwise you'll end up like me, be a Jaffa.
right. I've just got to sort out his equipment. So, by all means, Dondrad and Bert, if you want to wander into, I forgot what was something Rusty Dragon, wasn't it, or something?
It's Rusty Dragon, aye.
Yeah. If Dondrad and Bert, if you wish to be the Rusty Dragon as well, by all means, I'm just sorting out that we have a late arrival, as it were. A newbie player.
Well, I just got.
Hey, look, it's bloody Stunty! Stunty! And Rannick will get up, almost knocking the table over, and go over and grab Dondrad and pick him up and give him a massive hug, spinning round, and then drop him on the ground again. How are you doing?
Yes, the coronation went fine.
Coronation?
Yeah, coronation.
Is that your Highness Stunty now then, or something? Are you a king?
No, I'm proceeding. Because if you remember, we found the crown of the dwarven king.
Oh,
And
aye,
then do
yeah.
you remember the guy, the little dwarf that could? Who
Oh,
was
aye,
giving us a
yeah.
help out when we went into the mountains.
Oh, aye,
Well,
you gave it him to take home, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to go back and crown him. The coronation. So the first time the 5 Kings Mountain has had an agreement between all tribes since the Forge War. Historic.
Hey, that's really impressive. That is. So, and you got to put the fancy hat on.
No, I put the crown on the little dwarf that could.
I fancy hat.
He was the king?
That bugger
Well,
was king.
he get crowned after the return of the crown. He came back from the mountains and he's been crowned High King.
Well, that's something.
And I missed the coronation. I'm so depressed. And then she jumps up and yells at the kitchen if that stew's ready yet.
Tell you what, why don't we have another coronation next week instead? No? All right then.
But I mean, I could tell you the whole deal why the crown, the 5 crown lineage got split at the Forge War. But if you're not going to be alive enough for me to tell you the story.
Hey, I'm not a bloody goblin. I'm going to live more than. You're telling me it like take what 40 years to tell? I'm hoping to live for a little while at least. I mean,
so I don't get. So this, I take it you don't have any kids.
no. It turns out I might be. Have you heard the term Jaffa?
No, I thought that might be a side effect.
Side effect to what?
Never mind.
No, Stunty. Rannick will lean over and grab his beard and say, "Don't make me pull this out." Side effect or what?
Of passing through the eye of the storm.
I didn't go through no bloody storms. I mean, that's what happens to sailors, isn't it? We've not been sailing. What do you mean? Eye of bloody storm?
Well, I seem to remember you having a bit of a. You fell unconscious at one point, didn't you?
Oh, you mean that time you said I died, but I can't have died because I got better.
Yeah. Well.
Oh.
Mostly better, apparently.
Untethered, passed over, untethered across the astral plane, and was called Gorma to fetch and bring you back.
Right. Okay. So you're saying that meant I can't do the thing? I mean, because it worked plenty of times.
I don't know. I'm just going to say, I don't know what the cost was.
Well, you said you weren't going to charge me.
I mean your spiritual cost, your soul.
Well, I felt fine. I still feel. I don't know what you're getting at.
When I talk about your soul, I don't mean at the bottom of your shoes.
Well, what
Just
do
in
you
case
mean
I'm
then?
confused.
Aye, I'm bloody confused. Mind you, you confused me an awful lot, you lot did.
Has Bert shown up yet?
Yeah, Bert's here.
Oh,
Oh, well, when I spot Bert come in with Snookums, I'll just bypass Bert and go, Snookums, I missed you!
hey up, Bert! I didn't see you. You were lurking in shadows there. That you're better than Jelsa at that.
Well, you were busy talking about fancy hats and what have you, so I just kind of sat quietly over here in the corner.
Well, how you been then?
Well, we got to watch a dragon hatch. That was kind of cool.
You watched the what baby dragon?
Yeah. Mama was there, and we talked to her, and she said she had a hatchling that was about to hatch, so we stayed there, and sure enough, we got to watch a baby dragon hatch.
That's brilliant.
Of course, it almost bit me, so kind of a mixed blessing there.
That's not so brilliant. You shouldn't get this. Important safety tip: do not get yourself bit by a dragon.
Yeah, it would have only been a little bite. I would have only lost a hand, not the whole arm.
Oh, well, that's all right then. I mean, you can get by with only one hand, can't you?
Usually.
So, did you get to give it a name?
No. Mommy named it.
Oh, all right. What's it called?
I can't pronounce it. I
I
called
guess
it
it loses.
Rags.
I guess it loses something in translation then.
It does, yeah.
That's brilliant. That is. You got to see a baby dragon get born.
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't
Oh,
make it into a pet?
No. Mommy ran me off just the next day so that there wouldn't be any bonding between me and Rags.
Snooks will get jealous anyway.
Yeah.
I hope you recognize him if we run into him. I'd hate to kill a friend of yours.
Aye, that would be bad, wouldn't it? We wouldn't want to kill someone what Bert knows. Well, I mean, suppose we could do it a little bit, and Dondrad could bring them back. I did get letters from Rini when I was at Fort Rannick.
Oh, how's she doing? Where's she at? We're all here, but not Irina.
I think she's running late. She said she needed some kind of new act before she visited us, or something like that. Something,
all I know is
something that'll cover her ears and keep them warm, or something. I don't know.
elves
and their ears, you know.
all I know is I got a message in Omesta that the Pathfinders wanted us all back together and to meet up in Sandpoint. And so here I am.
Hang on. You got a message? Nobody sent me a message.
Well, I figured you were already pretty close. I mean, since you're hanging out, since you kind of hang out here.
Well, I am. I'm always coming back when I'm not at Fort Rannick, I suppose. But you lot got messages saying people wanted you. Well,
They said all the ones that they wanted the team that had taken down Karzog back together. And since you were part of that team, Rannick, we assume they mean you as well.
oh, okay. I suppose that does include me. Yeah, yeah, that's me too. All right then. Well, that's good. Did they say what they wanted us for?
No, they just said they wanted us all back together and to meet up in Sandpoint. So here I am.
Okay.
I figured you'd know.
Why do you think I'd know? No bugger tells
Yeah,
me anything.
I know. Expecting you to know anything, Rannick, is beyond,
Hey, now hang on a minute. Hang on, just you take that back. I know plenty of stuff I do. Like which end of spear goes in, bad guy. And
Have you figured out how to count yet?
now that's just not fair. Of course I know how to count. It's one, two, many, lots.
They have no schools here in Sandpoint, huh?
There's plenty of schools. I'm joshing you. I can count. I mean, seriously. I mean, what do you take me for?
Rannick.
Just because I'm an half-orc doesn't mean I'm daft. I'm going to kitchen. There's people in there that love me. And Rannick stands up and stomps off into the kitchen. Hey, look! Reenie's here! And they've got some weird thing covering their ears. Elves and their bloody ears, I don't know. Looks like some fancy pair of earmuffs to me. What the bloody hell you got them for, Reenie? Oh, I don't think she's talking to. I see. I see. She's rushing off to. She'll be with us shortly, I think.
Yeah, she probably went to see her friend.
Jelsa's ordered stew from Miko. Just in case, well, so Jelsa doesn't tell you, we've not had any kids. I'm a Jaffa. Stunty thinks it's something to do with me getting better after I died or something. He said it's the spiritual cost of going through Eye of Storm or something.
Right. That's Grimvold sorted out. Sorry about that.
Pencil?
Yes, they're looking very good. I like the groins cloth as well.
So, is the wizard going to get a new hat then?
Well, they got something. It looks like a pair of earmuffs, but it's got a thing that pokes out in front of a mouth. It's weird. Elves is weird.
No, I say no. I don't think it's that. I think you got to wear the right hats to make to look the part. That'll be headology, you know.
Oh, is that? I don't know that much about wizards. I mean, I know Jelsa takes piss out of me for not being that clever, but magic is mostly beyond me. I know what I know, and I know what I like, and I like what I know, and I can poke things with sharp sticks. That's mostly what I do. I mean, you may have noticed we've been around each other for quite a while, but yeah, magic, it's all a bit. He wiggles his fingers in front of his face, oogly boogly to me.
You just don't like my kind of magic, and she tosses some more sparklers out there.
Oh bloody hell! The last lot took me years to get rid of. I wish you wouldn't do that.
I don't want you to forget me, Rannick.
Oh, no bugger could forget you. Believe me, I've tried. It doesn't work. But
Yeah, there are still some mornings I wake up in a cold sweat.
I know it's scary, isn't it? Do you have those dreams where you see pink sparkles and you wake up and you're worried you can't find the pink sparkles, and then you're kind of relieved that there aren't any pink sparkles, and then you find a pink sparkle and you wonder if she's turned up somewhere? I mean, I do. But I suppose it could be worse. I mean, she could actually be there. Just imagine how bad that'd be. Sparkles.
I'm
bloody
here
everywhere.
now,
Yes.
and you're
I
talking
know.
about me like I'm not.
Oh no, I'm well aware you're here.
Potions. Need to give you some potions. You need some. Other than that, yep.
So is Snook's keeping well then?
Well, there have been a few times that I think he's woken up in what would be a kitty cat version of a cold sweat, thinking about somebody standing on his back.
Right.
Well, hey, I made him that beautiful collar before I left, so he should, get over that, Snookums.
Yeah. Anybody
And
else
not
had
to
kids?
mention
I
the
mean,
times I
you don't know
saved
about
her.
me all the time. Any bugger else had kids?
Well, gnomes aren't famous for, how many children we have, and so nope.
Let's face it, want to do.
I mean, I might try it someday when I'm all done adventuring and I'm, need something new to try, but, gnomish children don't stick around long anyway. I mean, they're like running around by the time they're like 6 months old, and they're basically on their own by the time they're 2. So parenting isn't something we really deeply invest in.
Well, I suppose that explains an awful lot.
Hello, Scott. Yeah, we're back in Sandpoint, but not for long.
Didn't have anybody, looking
Just
after
sort
you.
of adding a character in, so I'm letting
Oh
you
no,
put some
the
role
whole
playing in.
every
Especially as we're waiting for an
adult
extra
in a
character,
Mesta
but we're about
looks
to get
all the
started now.
children are looked out for by all the adults. I mean, you just don't get really attached to a particular set of parents because
Is that right? Is that what it is? Okay.
and
And
we don't have schools because the gnomish way of learning is you try something.
Heroes of Sandpoint.
Who the bloody hell are
Mission
you?
From the Pathfinder Society of Absalom. I am Grimwald, and here is the scroll.
Well, he's serious, isn't he?
Probably not going to fit in well with this bunch. Who are you?
They call me deadly serious.
hail, deadly serious.
All right. Well, if you're deadly serious, my name's Rannick.
Right, first things first, I've got to give Betty's all round for some excellent background story and filling in nicely with some roleplay while I desperately created magic items and sorted a few things out in the background, so thank you very much.
You mean they weren't already part of the thing? You made them especially for me, custom?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, another thing is, but the talk going back to the coronation. The coronation took so long because we had to build a new temple because one that didn't have a river going through it and didn't have any statues.
Okay, so
Right.
the Grimwald it appears to be another half orc. He's standing in front of you, holding out a scroll with the Pathfinder Society seal upon it.
Well, open it up then.
He explains it's been enspelled that it can only be opened by Rannick, for it is a letter only for addressed to him, as it were.
Well, that's the message you
eyes
didn't get,
only.
Rannick.
Hey, I got a bloody letter. Somebody sent me a letter, and it weren't me. Sorry, Miko, I do like your letters, I really do, but
By the way, Jelser, I hope he wasn't joking about being able to read it. This could be you could be here a while.
nobody else has ever sent me a letter. Well, come on then, hand it over. What was your name? Deadly? Hand it over then, Deadly.
I'll hand it over.
Okay. You are quite surprised to the first thing as you open it. The first thing you notice is the name at the bottom, and it does put you slightly aside because it's a name you haven't mentioned or spoke of in quite a long time, and I've just seen a terrible typo in my text up ahead. That's by the by. But basically, it's the name of someone you believed has long been dead, but it would appear that Stormwald, of the bandits that raised you when you were very young, it turns out he was later recruited by the Pathfinders himself, and that's why you never saw him again. But he's heard of your actions over the years, and has basically when he discovered something, he realized that if anything went wrong, he instructed that you be given the background information that I'm about to relay to you, because he doesn't trust anyone else can get the job done, because his boys raised you right.
Well, that's a little bit unexpected. I thought he were dead.
He was always quite. For a bandit, he was the one who always sort of taught you all the interesting histories of the lands and all that. And that's apparently he had knowledge that was required by the Pathfinder Society many years ago, and that's why he basically taken out of it. There were obviously the legal implications with the authorities around here meant he had to be in such a way that he wouldn't be needed again. And unfortunately, every time since then, he's never had the chance to get back. But in this letter, he writes to you, and obviously I'm paraphrasing it. He is concerned for the Veil of Tears has been discovered, and he fears that this could bode unfortunate and could possibly have long-term issues far to the north in the land of Irison. But
Irison?
Can I have some common knowledge checks, please? Everyone, including you, Grimvold.
That must be why Reenie bought earmuffs. She knows we're going to Irison. It's bloody cold there. Reenie, did you know? I think Kay's on the channel.
She is. Well, Reenie's here, according to Thingy, yes.
No headphones don't work?
Your headphones. Reenie's connected. Well, they've connected. And
I don't. Irene might not be the same. I mean, is she going to be all there?
If I zoom that out, if I share that, just to give you an idea. So there's Sandpoint down there, and as you can see, Irison's to the north of you. All of you, none of you pick up on what the importance of the Veil of Tears, but Irison, you know, is what is known as the land of eternal winter, and that it's an area that's controlled by witch queens, supposedly all daughters of Baba Yaga.
Yeah, not exactly a nice place.
No.
It's a long way to go. Are we going to go Dragonback, or are we going to, I don't know, go to Riddleport, get a boat up to Kalsgard?
No, we're going to. It's a lot safer to fly.
You sure?
Aye.
I mean, what happens if you slip off and fall?
Then you go splat as opposed to getting wet.
We never did before.
Well, true, but I'd much rather get wet than go splat.
No, I think no, flying's safer.
It'll never catch on, you know.
I'm not doing boats. I don't like boats. It's unnatural.
Tell you what, I'll get Miko to make you one of those special milkshakes. It'll be fine. I do love it when a plan comes together.
No, wet stuff is bad. Besides, flying's gonna get you quicker.
I suppose. It's just bloody chilly.
There is no river connection anyway between here and there.
He missed the T, but he's not. Instead of being not afraid of flying, he's afraid of boats.
Aye.
Statues.
No, statues are a problem. Have you statues? They just look at you. They look at you. The statues. They do. They watch
By the way-
everything you're doing. They're always bloody judgmental statues.
Lucinda is obviously having a quiet word with Irina in another side, and she pipes up as she hears about the Veil of Tears, and she gets quite. She starts to get quite excited, and obviously knows something about it. And after a very short period of time, she can't contain her eagerness to tell you more, and basically, yes, we can hear you now.
Sorry, I was just trying to work out how to use them.
So,
Irina, I missed you. And she runs up and hugs Irina around the knees.
Oh,
it goes. So basically, to paraphrase what's going on, apparently the Veil of Tears, the Veil of Frozen Tears was created as retribution against Baba Yaga's daughter Tashana and her upstart rebellion. Basically, it's apparently in Irison is ruled by the daughters of Baba Yaga, and what happens is every 100 years, the witch returns and takes the daughter who's ruled the country, ruled Irison for 100 years, and replaces her with another one of the daughters. No one knows what happens to the ones that get taken away. But a few hundred years back, Tashana, the Queen of Irison, as it got close towards the end of her 100-year reign, she didn't want to go. So she started an uprising and rebellion to basically fight her mother, and she lost.
So it didn't go well then.
It didn't go well. So, and it was a period of time known as the Witchwar. When it concluded, the survivors of the rebelling army were captured by Baba Yaga's forces. A massive purge took place in which the old crone's monstrous soldiers rounded up the families of all the disloyal troops. These terrified civilians, men, women and children, were forced to undergo a brutal march north to the uttermost edge of Baba Yaga's kingdom. Many of them did not survive the long road of cold and deprivation. And those who did remained haunted to the end of their days, but what they found at the end of the journey. At the head of the narrow valley, they found their loved ones, the hundreds of captured soldiers chained to a massive stone escarpment. The deposed Queen Tashana and her war captains stood huddled under the guard on the slope of the valley. While the hapless families of the condemned stood below on the valley floor, Baba Yaga's infamous hut stood atop the escarpment like an enthroned ruler surveying her domain. While the horrified crowds of thousands watched, Baba Yaga stepped from the entrance of her hut and wove a mighty spell that rerouted an icy river flowing through the nearby mountains and brought it to the cliff's edge just above the hundreds of chained prisoners. The sudden rushing flood poured over the cliff face. The chained prisoners were held hopelessly in its path as the onslaught tumbled down upon them. Many were killed outright by the crushing weight of water and the debris it carried, or ripped bodily from the face of the cliff, leaving twisted limbs still manacled on the rocks as they tumbled to their doom hundreds of feet below. Others drowned as the newly formed waterfall gushed down over them, stealing their breath, even as it numbed their bodies with its cold. The crowd of onlookers below was not spared the slaughter. Too late they realised their jeopardy as the mighty waters rushed over the cliff and into the valley. They fled in droves for the slopes of the valley, but many hundreds of them were unable to escape before being swept away in the catastrophic flood. Thus, Queen Tashana and her captains learned the price of their betrayal as they watched their loyal followers being wiped out, and even saw the families of those followers destroyed by the old crone's vengeance. Finally, as her fabled hut stood firm on its perch in the midst of the rushing flow, Baba Yaga cast a final spell. With a wave of her hand, the tumbling waters froze solid into a column of twisted ice spilling over the cliff's edge and into the valley. With another motion, she summoned great ice worms that rose from snow and ice to the valley slopes and began to tunnel into the frozen cataract, creating tunnels and chambers within the frozen tomb. The last sight beheld by the surviving families as they were led away on the long march south was that of Tashana and her war captains being taken in chains to face their own fates in the newly carved tunnels of the frozen veil that now hid their deceased loved ones. None of the former officers of the Witch Queen were ever seen in Irison again. The old crone's vengeance was complete, and the Witch War became but a distant memory as the nation of Irison, bloodied but whole again, continued on beneath the rule of another of her daughters. That's the Veil of Frozen Tears, the legend about the Veil of Frozen Tears. And unfortunately, it's basically, although the records of it seem to imply, with something like that, you'd expect it to be found. It appears that it's been hidden centuries, but the current queen, who I can't remember.
Just dropping a hint there,
Oh, you haven't needed them yet, but I will anyway.
Of course, we accumulate them all early on, then we can slaughter them.
But it would. So I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the current queen. I think I'd remember that because I checked over. Oh yeah, Queen Elvana.
That'd be Her Majesty, the Queen of Irison.
Yeah, Queen Elvana. She's nearing. Basically, Queen Elvara, the current ruler, is nearing her reign. What the Pathfinders also know is that basically Tashana used an artifact, a torp of Kochki, who's a powerful demon, is worshipped as a god. There's clerics up there, and it's basically with the Veil of Tears found, it appears that Queen Elvara obviously wants the talk, and obviously the Pathfinders were concerned that if she got hold of it, she could well start another witch war, which could have devastating consequences to all the innocent people that live up there. Likewise, though, the frost giants up there who are worshippers of Kochki would want to find the talk for themselves. So Stormwald was taking a group of Pathfinders up to the Veil of Frozen Tears in an attempt to secure the talk first. If he fails, he assumes if he's not heard from but if he hasn't reported in by the week, which was yesterday, he says to assume that he has failed in his task, and asks that you and the Heroes of Sandpoint take up challenge the mantle and prevent another witch war from happening in Irison. There's also some background. There's also a bit of information about that Grimwald is a well-trusted monk, and Stormwald believes he would be of value to the party. He was unable to journey with the rest of the other Pathfinders because he was doing another mission, which meant he missed going with all the others. But therefore, he wants you to take him. That's an excuse for why he's in the party.
So Rannoch will go through this scroll, moving his lips as he's reading it, and every now and then there'll be a sort of a word that he mutters, and then he'll be, well, why didn't he just bloody lead with that? There's giants to kill, and they might be getting hold of a demon-infused thing that will let them rule world. I mean, you start with that kind of thing, not finish with it. Right, there's frost giants after some kind of magic necklace talk thing, which will make the Witch Queen of Irison start a war if she don't get it, because some demon giant worshipy thing will get it. So we've got to go to Irison where it's nice and cold and find this Veil of Tears. And I guess Rini knew that already, which is why she's gone out and bought new earmuffs.
Sunday,
and-
someplace cold again. Isn't there any place on this whole world that's warm?
There's plenty, but not up north. Oh, and Grimvald here, apparently he's a monkey and he's come with us. I thought he looked like an half-orc myself, but apparently he's a monkey.
A monk, not a monkey.
Monk.
Hang on. You said your name was Deadly. You said you were called Deadly Serious.
No, I said I am deadly serious.
Exactly, that's what you said. And I said I'm Rannoch.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not one of them. Definitely not.
Yeah, if you stick around long enough, dude, he'll grow on you, but that takes a while.
Yeah, like mold.
No,
like
like,
a fungus.
no. Trust me, the only thing that's going to grow on you will be pink and purple sparkles. You'll find them in places you didn't know you had places.
That already happens.
So
Aye.
Irina stayed normal then.
Define normal.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
She's
I just wondered whether or not you were going to be a bit overwhelmed.
I'll tell you one thing though. Rini won't have had kids because Rini's with someone else with an innie.
No, I thought because she was busy. That's the problem. And what I mean is, I thought she might have been affected because she had an awful lot of books to read, and I wasn't entirely sure if all the books that we brought back were kosher, shall we say?
I wasn't necessarily going to read all of them, but you're right. Some of them are questionable.
Yeah, some of them had funny pictures in them and everything.
I remember them. They were and them demons with the and we don't talk about them. And them nymphs that wouldn't put keks on.
They had quite the toy collection.
Yep. I'm going to go and get another pint. Anybody else want another pint?
This is a way to get free drinks.
I'm still waiting on that stew.
Tell you what, I think Rini's expecting me to do service, and to be honest, I do it every now and then when I'm here. I'll go get it, and Rannoch will go and get a tray and bring back everybody's stew. Oh, do you want some, Deadly?
I didn't activate the store app, but obviously you probably want to equip yourselves for heading to the land of eternal winter.
Aye, might be nice.
Ooh.
And
What's
also
What's available?
I've also at the moment there's some celestial armor, a potion of fly, 7 potions of healing, a ring of weather falling, and a scroll of bolt available for purchase. I haven't got the store app enabled.
Well, I'm skint anyway, so
You skint?
yeah.
Oh
Are there
well.
any magical items available that protect you from cold?
Let's know. There's I didn't get anything. But you obviously can buy winter clothing in your standard items, can't you?
Of course, since we're going to be flying, if we wait a couple of weeks, Sparkle Tits can whip us up some potions of protection from cold.
Yeah, there was very much an indication of speed is of the essence type thing. Yes, you haven't really got a couple of weeks to make magic items, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, that
Okay.
celestial armor's rather nice, but yeah, can't afford it.
Well, tell you what, Stunty. Right, we could do with some potions of healing anyway, so I'll have all 7 of them. You know, I'm not a general at Fort Rannoch, but well, they do keep calling me Colonel. and they give me money just for going and killing giants and being called Colonel. So I've got enough. Do you want that fancy armor?
Oh, whether outfit costs 8 gold. Anyone wants to buy one?
Thank you. I was just looking that up.
Yeah, I will spend copper pieces for that.
Be my guest.
I've got a few of them.
Obviously, I trust you guys just to remove the equipment and off you go, as it were. So you're buying all 7 potions of healing, are you?
I'm going to buy all 7 potions of healing. I will buy Stunty the celestial armor.
No, I can't wear it anyway.
No, why not?
It's only medium. He wants heavy.
It's made of metal. I thought the thing was where you could only wear metal armor. What? It's chain. Look at these links. They're all shiny.
Nah. It's too light. Too light.
Well, we can attach some lead weights to the bottom if that's the problem.
Too light, and it's not self-repairing either.
All right. Well, unless any other bugger wants them, I'm buying them potions of healing. Anybody wants them?
1,050 for all 7.
Yeah.
There's potions of fly. There's also a ring of feather falling, a scroll of bolt, and obviously you're limited to 2 rings. So most of you, I suspect, by this point have got 2 rings anyway. But there's a ring of feather falling if anyone wants one.
And I can delete a skill. Yes.
You can delete a skill?
Yes. Because I had as a skill Ring of Storing. And I don't need it anymore because we've got arcane items.
Have you updated your ring of storing? Did it update your ring of storing correctly?
Well,
you might. Yeah, it did. Look,
I know. I've been quietly fiddling.
I still have a lot of my stuff we got on our last adventure, but I'm kind of tapped out for gold. I mean,
I'd forgotten the pleasures of this inventory.
I imagine everyone's inventories are quite extensive, apart from Ginvold. But anyway, I'm going to assume that obviously you'll equip yourselves up, and then I get to
Look at that! How fantastic is that? Rolled from an item.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay.
So where are arcane devices then?
So device. If you right click an item, you can have spell effects on it, or the next button that's been added is arcane devices.
Oh, right, cool.
Delta, I have a present for you.
Oh,
So you can apply.
You right click on it, do you?
Aye. If you open that, if you open up an item,
you have to unlock it first.
Right.
So you might have to create an item. So
which item are you trying to edit?
I was just having a look at my belt of physical might. So yeah, there's an arcane device bit at the bottom.
Yeah.
Aye. So open that up, you can put it in there.
But a belt of arcane device doesn't actually cast any powers, but it's basically for Jelsa's wands and stuff like that. So the idea is for the wands, for magic wands now, or the magic wands now actually have the powers linked, and will actually have how many power points the wand has. So when you cast a spell, you just click the button to reduce the power points. Now, if you, and when it runs out of power points, the spell will disappear. Now, obviously, certain things like staves and things that regenerate, at the moment, there isn't a way to regenerate them other than what you have to do is unlock the item, manually type back in the power points, do you know what I mean, to enable it to cast them again. But it's still better than it still works rather nicely. So you now have magic items that can cast spells, as it were. And for NPCs, it don't work so well, but you can do it. It's a bit. So
you can put in the PowerPoints. You can put in the charges because it's just one charge per casting. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
So if I go and find a wand now, if I find a wand of bolt for argument's sake, and share it out so you can just see what it looks like. So there's a completely fully charged wand of bolt. As you can see, it's got 25 charges.
Right, and you can drop the whatever skill on it.
Yeah. You edit it and you choose the skill. Yeah.
And the thing is, if you don't have the bolt power, there's a description. You know what I mean? So you can apply you can still, even if you don't have the power on the character sheet, you can press the the red button and it will open up the spell, and then you can apply the effects.
Which is how I used to do it, but now obviously I've redone every magic item in the game. Like what I don't know if they've updated. I can't remember if I've made so many changes. I keep submitting it. I can't remember. But the other thing I have done that none of your items will have, so that you may have to manually go through them, is I have put on every item in the game and every magic weapon in the game. I have put in whether they're piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning. And obviously every monster in the bestiary has been updated, because there are. I do know, for example, that in Crimson Throne, using slashing weapons hurts a certain bad guy more than other stuff. So that's all in there. But obviously, ironically, we're in the same situation as before, because these characters were created before we updated everything. You don't have all the nice bells and whistles. But anyway, we will fade out as you plan your journeys up north, and when we return, as you may see if you sort of look out the way, I have changed the background to show you that you are in Erison, and using the guide using the guide you were given in your notes there, you have journeyed to the vicinity Vale of Frozen Tears, but I've lost the map, so I don't know. There it is. So basically, obviously Whitethrone's the capital area. Whitethrone is the capital area. So I'll assume we assume you journeyed to Whitethrone, restocked, and then you head out again, heading northeast until you reach this area here, which is basically all the information you had from Stormveld on the location, and following the clues and the guides that was given there, you head towards the northernmost edge of Erison, into an isolated area where the cold plains abut the mountainous glaciers of the crown of the world. Its location is basically bleak and is in freezing, but you've got cold winter clothing, so you don't have to worry too much about making bigger checks at this time. Anyone got survival tracking?
I think I do.
It depends on what we're tracking as to whether or not I get free rerolls and stuff. But yes.
Well, it's just tracking because you're looking for paths or things in the area, and obviously it's going to be
so cold I can't see.
It's snow everywhere. Oh!
Did you?
Are those new dice?
I changed which one of the magic dice set I used. I went for Storm.
Oh wow! Because they almost look like Gen dice.
Mm.
I haven't changed my dice.
I mean, if humanoids use these trails, I can have a reroll. No, I still got a.
Chelsea, did you get what I gave you?
Yes, I did, but I want to save it for when we're in a crisis.
That's fine as long as you got it.
And I don't want to fall in any lakes here, because then Brannick messes up my hair.
Hey,
that's important.
don't be like that. It's not that bad, is it?
Well, it's grown back since then, but I don't want to lose any more.
All right. I mean, I only snapped it off accidentally. I mean, it froze, and I didn't mean it. Do you know how many years it's been, and you're still holding that over me?
Has it been, by the way?
How many years has it been?
Gnomes have long memories, Rannick.
I mean, it's been, what, a couple of years?
Sounds about right.
All right.
That's how long it took to grow back so that it matched up with the rest of her hair.
I mean,
so Arena got a 29, so I think Arena's
got it covered.
Got it covered. So basically, Arena starts staring at the trail, looking over things. She digs down 3 feet through the upper layers of the snow, picks up a twig and sniffs it, and then puts it back and buries the snow over it. And after half a day's trudging northwards and then eastwards and northwards again, you find yourself on the lowlands to the south, looking at basically the sheer vertical cliff of the Winterwall Glacier.
Well, that's going to be fun.
An unbelievable sight awaits at the end of this valley where the frozen plains meet the crown of the world. At the head of the valley, a massive waterfall once plunged the 700 feet to the valley floor, but the waterfall has frozen solid, leaving a braided ice column of unimaginable proportions extending from the lip of the cliff above to the base of jagged boulders and frozen hillocks at the bottom. The legendary Vale of Frozen Tears, the icy necropolis of defeated rebels of the Witchwar. A fortification of some sort, apparently carved from the ice shelf itself, protrudes from the ice sheet halfway up, with both a turret and a wall pierced with arrow slits. Above this, a hollow has been carved out of the ice, forming a great shelf upon which appears to sit some sort of village. A fissure marks the ice flow's lower reaches and possibly provides an entrance. 100 yards away from the base of the icefall is a camp occupied by a large number of brutes.
By a large number of brutes, or a number of large brutes, or a large number of large brutes?
Well, indeed. A large number of large brutes, sorry, if you get a bit pedantic.
Now, see, Sparkle Tits would call me a large brute. So are they large brutes like what I am, or are they large brutes like frost giants?
Well, from here, you'd have to probably get a bit closer to find out, wouldn't you?
Well, can't I tell the difference between a frost giant and an half-orc at range?
Probably.
Yeah, I haven't got to that page yet.
I haven't got to that page yet. You haven't got closer yet. You can just see large... They're obviously giants and ogres.
Okay, they're giants, right. That's kind of what I was going with. Are they giants, or are they just like hulking, like barbarian types? Because otherwise I'd take a step forward and being closer, I'd have a look.
Now, I wouldn't worry too... that gives you an
number
idea
of
of what you
large
can see.
Right.
Wow.
That's
What's
bloody
with the
impressive.
upside down castle thing?
I don't think it's upside down. I think it's just behind. Water's been carved away and it's in behind it, carved into wall behind. What's with the bloody tentacle at the top?
That's a very good question.
I'm more bothered about tentacle.
It's probably
It's a
just
spiky tentacle.
It's probably just some artistry in the ice. I wouldn't worry about it.
Right. Okay.
Right.
That means we're in
That's why it's labeled number 21. Because there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I gave up trying to remove all the lines and the dots and the numbers. I thought you guys are mature enough to role play the lack of numbers, and the tentacle isn't there.
Hang on. Can we just have a wee discussion before we go any further? So we're likely to get ice, which is water.
No, ice ain't water.
Aye,
ice is ice.
But it's made from water and you can carve it into statues. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I do, but that's not a statue, and it's not water at the moment, so don't worry about it, Stunt.
All right, okay.
All you got to do is, right, if you
Just
see
remember,
ice that
just
looks like
remember
a statue,
that's 100 feet there to give you an idea of scale.
Just close your eyes and think there's no place like home. You'll not get there, and it'll still be cold, and there'll still be ice that could turn into water or be a statue at any moment. But you'll think of home for a moment, and then it'll be nice.
This reminds me of the winter solstice decorations we used to have when I was a child.
You had bloody big decorations.
I didn't say it was to scale.
I mean, you must have been really into winter solstice. Oh, not this big. Okay.
So, as you're looking at it, the base, the camp occupied by a number of large brutes is basically down there.
So, do we go and say hello, or do we just assume that they're bad guys and shoot them from here?
No, we have to go and say hello.
Yeah, being the
I
good
knew he
guys
was
means
gonna-
you always have to find out.
I knew he'd bloody say that.
A large encampment sprawls near the base of the waterfall behind a rough ice wall that basically means you have to go through the encampment to get beyond it. Several huge tents of purely cured mammoth hide cluster together around a cleared space in the centre. A number of giant beasts are corralled on the camp's outskirts. Despite the biting cold, there is no sign of any fires for warmth.
easy for
You
you
have
to
to. We
say.
have to go and see. We have to go and say hello and ask them if they want to opt out of the choice.
Right, okay. Hang on. Before we
Can
do
I
that,
have some notice checks, please?
here, Deadly, what are you actually good at? I mean, I know you're a monkey, but other than swinging from trees, what can you actually do?
Well, clearly we're great at noticing.
Yeah, because we clicked the wrong button.
Thank gods for Jelsa.
It's just because as you notice, it's very. If you notice, the whole area is shrouded in freezing mists and fog and stuff, so it's hard to get a good count. But spending some time in the biting cold, observing, you estimate there's at least a dozen frost giants, probably a dozen or so ogres. There seems to be a larger deformed frost giant as well. There's they also seem to have woolly mammoths and woolly rhinos, as well as, and you can also hear the sound of wolves.
They've got furry elephants and furry attack unicorns.
The armored attack unicorns.
Furry. Well, I can't tell under the fur. They're definitely furry attack unicorns.
Still got to go and say hello.
You bloody are, aren't you?
He's
All
going to
right,
go.
Come on, Deadly. What are you actually any good at? I mean, what do you do? I mean, you're hardly wearing any clothes.
He prays.
I just contemplate life
Well, Stunty does that.
while
I mean,
meditating.
Stunty prays. You meditate.
I don't pray. I meditate and
Okay,
contemplate the meaning of life.
The meaning in life. Have you worked it out yet?
Yes.
All
I'll
right.
show you when we need to.
No. I mean, what is meaning in life?
I'm not telling you until you've meditated with me.
All right. Well, how do you meditate then?
Involves a
I'll tell
lot
you
of being
later.
quiet.
Being quiet. Well, I'll tell you what.
Inner
Spark-
peace
In a piece of what?
and carrots.
That's it, confusing more.
In a piece of carrot.
Inner peace and carrots.
How big a piece of carrot would you need to get inside of? I mean, seriously.
This is why you need to meditate, because you obviously have no focus.
I've got plenty of folk, and I'm here with all of us. But
You've got a crocus.
no, my
I know
voice
what
is
you
fine.
I know what you focus.
A croaky voice.
Right.
Do you understand what he's on about, Bert? Because it's going right over my head.
Well, I've seen some pretty big carrots. I don't know about us fitting inside them, but I,
mean,
know that you can put
seriously.
things in them.
I mean, I could maybe put, I don't know, like a silver piece in end of a carrot or something like that. But you'd never. I mean, maybe if you use magic to make the carrot really, really big, or to make us really, or make us really, really small.
So is that the plan? We're going to use a Trojan carrot.
Well,
push a
that's
giant
what-
carrot. Look,
well,
behold, they have left us a giant carrot.
Deadly here seems to think that getting inside a carrot would be a great idea. I'm not entirely sure why, but I mean, they are giants. I mean, if they was hungry and they like carrots, if we was all hidden inside a giant carrot, they might come and get it and they'd take it down. As long as we didn't get bit when they went into it, we could then jump out and say, "Hi, Stunty here wants to ask you, are you nice people or do we have to kill you?" And then they'll tell us.
Yeah, this plan might fail for two reasons.
Why is that?
Well, the first reason is we don't have a carrot, and the second reason is we don't have a carrot. It seemed quite important and worth mentioning twice.
Aye, but I mean, even if we did have a carrot, how would we make it giant?
Feed it to
Well,
the
I know I
carrot
can make
and wait for it to come out the other end.
people big. I don't know about making carrots big.
I mean, does that work?
Besides, it's meddling. If you make a big carrot, you know what happens? You get a big rabbit.
And you wouldn't want one. Well, I don't know. Rabbit stew. If you had a giant, because rabbit stew tends to need more than one rabbit. But if you had a carrot big enough for a
They
person,
noticed us talking it.
and then you had a rabbit big enough for that.
I was just thinking
If you
along
could get
those
that
lines.
rabbit, if you could get that rabbit, just imagine the rabbit stew you could make, especially with a carrot that big.
So anyway, we have to go and ask them.
Guys,
What?
I think they heard us.
But that's
No,
okay.
no,
We've got to go.
they're definitely herders. Look, see those furry attack unicorns. They're all
Yes.
together in groups. They're herding them this way. They're obviously herders. So
Yes,
if they're
that-
herders, I mean, if they're herders, then maybe we can have a word with them, and maybe they're all right. I mean, there might be hunters and gatherers as well, but they're definitely herders.
They're herding this way.
Aye, looks like. Well, Stunty's going to have a word with them.
I
We'll
mean,
see
in
what they
fact,
say.
I
to him.
think that the fact that Dondrad's walking forwards purposefully and loudly.
Let's just see what they have to say to Stunty. He's the one that wanted to chat with them. I mean, to be honest, frost giants usually all right. Well, is that what meditating is? Walking towards giants? Okay. And ogres. I don't like ogres. I've been killing
They're only
ogres.
big on the outside.
Rannick!
Got to
What?
give them the option to
Shush.
opt out. You
Oh,
have to have the
look.
option to opt out.
Oh,
I'm used to killing ogres on sight. I mean, I know we cleared out Fort Rannick, but all right, ignore me. I mean, I'm just saying.
right. Who goes there? Friend or
Some
foe?
weary travelers looking for some cover and sustenance.
It's friends, but just passing through.
Be on your way. There's the. No, it's
seem-
lowlands, isn't it? It's frozen lowlands.
Do they seem amenable to our way being past them, or do they
Indeed
seem more
not,
like...
because seeing as your way past them only takes you to the Vale of Frozen Tears.
Just going this way, and I'm going to point. So if you just move out of the way, we'll be out of your hair in no time.
Oh god, one of them's got a name.
Gotsky does not need you little things getting in our way.
We're in our way, so if you just move, we'll just go through.
What do you say about it?
The
What?
one of the frost giants comes forwards and starts
Well, I
towers over all of you and goes, "You're here for the talk, aren't you? Did you get sent?
Yep.
Did you get sent
Definitely.
by? Did you come from Holvig?
Who?
It's a town. It's a frost
It's a
giant.
where, not a who.
It's Holvig is basically a city of frost giants.
So I just said in chat is what is Gorham saying about it?
Aren't frost giants evil? Yes, I believe they are. Oh, I can tell now because I can click on a frost giant on the combat tracker.
And so
And
can
when I-
Dondad, because he can detect evil.
No, but the point I'm trying to say is, you know, in the old days when you clicked on an NPC on the combat tracker and type was changed to NPC.
Yes.
Now, when I click on an NPC on the combat tracker, it tells me evil humanoid frost giant.
Fish,
Cool.
egg, potato man, anything he wants to, anything the type it is.
Fish
What
egg
the fuck?
potato man. Cuckoo cuckoo.
Frost giants are predominantly thought of as evil. That is correct.
Yes, we've come from that place and we're going to the meeting, to the speech.
You were not worthy to receive the blessing of our Lord. Be on your way now, or we will be forced to stop you here.
Rannick, have you noticed they've got mammoths?
I have no. I said.
No, you said unicorns. They're down there, over
No,
there.
I said there were furry elephants as well.
Oh, I
One. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, yeah. The white rhinos are rhinos, and the mammoths are. Yeah, they've been put into two separate herds. One of the ogres goes, "You know, we're supposed. If they come from Hogvig, we need to find out if they know the password, boss." He goes,
Well, the password is 7.
"That's not the password.
Yes, it is. It's got changed.
I
Didn't
will
get the
be-
memo.
can-
Be on your way. Be on your
Didn't you
way,
get the
little
memo?
things."
Irina, do you know the animals are innocent?
of course.
As in, they're just following orders.
Yes.
Maybe you could have a chat.
Ah. I
Ah, that could be a stampingly good idea.
feel that. Good point. Well made. How far from them am I?
That's assuming that this all goes. So they're going to let us past.
23.
The
Yeah, they're
frost
gonna let us
giant. The
pass.
frost
I'll give them
giant
the
sounds
password. They're letting
shouts
us through.
something very loudly.
Ah, he
Well,
just said
I don't-
attack.
I don't-
Why
I
do you
don't-
want to attack us for? I'll say it back in giant.
Did he say attack?
He said attack, yes.
Unfortunately,
See,
yes.
They opted in. They've opted in.
Grimvold got the Joker. Great way to introduce yourself to the party, Grimvold.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Oh, good God. Equal to their the sum of their size in power points. Minimum of 1 per creature.
Okay.
That's a lot of power points.
Mammoths are size 5,
So are rhinos.
and so are rhinos. Yeah.
That's the
You-
example they use.
You can
All right.
short cast.
Yes, short casting's always sensible.
Grimvold just at this point, Grimvold, as soon as the frost giant shouts attack, Grimvold punches him.
That was a shit punch, and I'm going to definitely spend a penny on that.
Okie dokie. Good hit. It was crap damage.
So close, and yet so far. Enough to waste one more penny.
Yeah, but you did still hit him, so you can at least make him distracted or vulnerable. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Got you hit with a raise.
Then I'll make him vulnerable as well now. Yeah.
Okay, so you punch him for 1 wound, and you want to make him vulnerable with your.
Yes.
Sorry, it was whatever. I know you got the ability to do it. I just can't
Monk.
remember what it's called. Yep.
Stunning fist or
Stunning fist. That's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
You
Okay,
did the
you
wrong
make him vulnerable.
damage. You rolled the wrong damage.
no, I didn't.
Yeah, he did. Raise damage 1d6. You should be raised damage 1d10.
Why
Is he a
should he
monk?
raise damage 1d10?
Because
Because he's
monks
a
do.
monk.
Because monks do D10 raise damage. You have
Well,
to go
I
in
even done
the-
more damage then. Okay.
You have to
So
go into the
it's got-
attack and go into
Done.
the attack and alter your raise
Hold
damage.
far, hold
fixed.
far, hold far.
I fixed
Yeah.
it
It
now.
has to be a sub attack.
Okay,
with
so
raised
in
damage
that case,
D10.
I'll be generous. I'll give you back your 2 bennies, and you can roll your damage again. Just turn on your raised dice and roll your damage again. I'll turn off vulnerable. I'll unshake him,
Oh,
and I'll remove his wound. There we go. Okay, so when you first you walk up to him, punch him, you cause 1 wound and make him vulnerable. That's fine. I mean, I know the net result doesn't change, but you get 2
But it's
bennies back.
wasting of bennies does when I could have done much more damage. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I didn't know that. Where's that written down? I missed it.
It's in the core stats in the monk core edge. It's just a
Yeah.
thing
I
of
missed
being a
it.
monk.
So you do a sub
Oh.
attack with different raised damage.
it only cost
I
me
just changed it to unarmed strike with a full-on back attack attack.
Did you say 100?
105.
Aye,
105
so on a-
power
Okay,
points.
so if you want to short cast that, so how many power points you got? Maximum?
22 plus 5 from Amber.
Okay.
So
27.
27.
If you want to cast it with a -78 modifier, you'll be fine.
Let's think. No! That might not
Well,
be such a good idea after all.
You don't have to stampede all of them. You just need to stampede like 5 or 6, and that will
5 or
kind of
6.
trigger the rest of them.
So that's 30 power points for 6. I can use all of my power
That's
points.
why I said 5.
I can do 5 with all of my power points.
Actually, you can just do it by casting wish.
I forgot that.
Cast any other other available power, including modifiers. So including the modifiers for extra things available in the campaign with a raise.
Yeah.
Oh
Which
no,
means-
you no, just so you still have to pay the difference in power points. Unfortunately, that's in the last bit. That's a shame.
Pay the difference. So that would be I could shortcast it, pay all of my power points, and do it for all of them.
No, you could cast wish, not shortcast. Then you'd have to pay all the missing power points. So you'd have to throw bennies after bennies after bennies to get enough power points to pay for it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
A rock tumbles out of the sky and narrowly misses hitting Grimvold. But it
I
is enough to
dodged that away,
shake him. It's enough to shake him.
I think I think they're hostile.
Ya think?
Well, just a little bit.
Well,
You
Yeah,
hear
well,
the howl of winter
change
wolves.
for you.
I think I'll just let them get closer. I mean, it's no point in walking all that way.
Out of the darkness. Well, actually, it's daytime, isn't it? Basically, one of the winter wolves just basically howls, and a huge plume of ice and snow rushed over Grimvold and Gondrad, but fortunately, doesn't appear to have any
The
effect
garlic for
upon you.
lunch and his breath was not so bad.
Oh, I should have put all the bloody well, I'll put them on hold. There we go. You're up.
Okay, Bird is going to cast a shape change. Let us become a different thing.
Yes, I'm just choosing from that menu myself.
No, I said let us become a different thing. Wow, I'm just rolling crap today. Okay. Bird becomes an elder water elemental.
And freeze is solid. I'm only joking.
Well done, Bert. You've invented a way to completely disarm yourself and make yourself not able to move.
He maybe learned that from Stumblefoot.
Well, no, I'm saltwater. It has to be colder for me to freeze.
Nice. I like it. I like it. Nice touch.
Saltwater elemental. I didn't know they were different.
Absolutely.
And you're actually, you are now size. What size?
Size 8.
Size 8. How to check that? I forgot. Now you make yourselves make you bigger on the combat tracker. Oh, there's. Oh, there. No, that's wounds and fatigue. How do I make your size? I've forgotten. I used to know how to make you change your size. I've forgotten how to do it. Isn't that interesting?
Getting
On the
older. Now
combat
you've
track,
hit 50,
what
mate.
you're going to have to do is, first of all, take them off the map, then change the comp track, and then put them back on the map.
I didn't used to have to do that, though. Do you remember? I used to be able to resize you dynamically, didn't I? I'm going to have to go back and watch my old videos.
Yeah. I thought there was something
There it
about
is. I need to turn the shield on. I need to turn it on. So size 8 is
The shield? What shield?
The shield on the
Largest
commentary. Yeah, so I think your size. Okay, so you size 3. So then what I do? Yeah, you change this. What you do is you change the you click the shield icon that's on the combat tracker, which shows the pace, parry, toughness, and all that. And then you can then change the space on there, and then you add a token. So when you do that, you see now is the correct size for a elder water elemental.
What you mean to say is change the space, not the size, because that's different.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes, that's what I meant.
It could have been worse. You might have changed reach, then you're really confused.
Completely hidden, Julsa.
Exactly.
Okay, and if you'll change the duration on that to 600 for me, please, on all 3 of those.
Oh, all 3 of them. Bloody hell. Okay. And I forgot to turn because it didn't exist. Because it didn't exist when we played this campaign. I forgot to turn on the nice stacking icons extension. So I'll turn that on next week.
And his reach does go up by 2 when he becomes huge.
I couldn't find that anywhere. Where is that?
It's in the scale section somewhere.
I could not find it because I heard you saying that the other week, and I looked for it and I couldn't find it anywhere. Means I have to go back and redo all the bloody monsters again. Hence the fact I wanted to find it.
I'll see if I can find it.
Are we
On the size
legendary?
scale chart, reach is added.
Means I need to go back and update every.
The classic being dragons from Suede
Mm.
of their own reach and size, I believe.
Yeah, because I don't think they actually update the stats to show.
Sorry,
it. That's the
space,
annoying
not
thing.
size. Mind me, even I do it.
Actually, what I particularly love is the way that scale and I do hope the next.
Yes, we are.
Doing that impersonation of a comedian where he cuts the mic out halfway through a conversation.
Yeah.
138.
138 to you too.
Scale modifiers. There is nothing about reach, size, and scale on page 100.
If you look at, mind you, it's Pathfinder we're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. It's called a misprint then. So.
Yeah, there's nothing about it because this is the thing. I looked all over the place and I couldn't find anything. Okay. But you shape change into an elder water elemental and power over the rest of the party.
Really short arms.
And then step forward.
Okay. Don't you sort of flow more than step now?
Yeah, didn't even step. He just flowed. I'm going to flow forward.
Well, I made sure to flow around Rannick and Irina so that they didn't get wet.
You can use that.
I mean, I may be salt water, but I still don't want them to freeze. Okay, and then Snooks is going to step forward and take a swipe at this frost giant.
I do believe you can now spend Snooks' bennies, and I think it's been fixed, hasn't it?
I think so, yeah. He's vulnerable. Actually, we're going to test the frost giant.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, he's vulnerable, but I can make him distracted too.
Yeah, no. I didn't know Snooks was pouncing, or now he's testing, so that's a moot question. Go for it. That's you're going for athletics against his athletics. Still, on the half. Yeah, you can distract him.
Yep, he is distracted.
Distracted and vulnerable as Snook starts running around him, trying to trip him up.
Yep, something like that.
And now we find ourselves with Don of the Drad.
Yes, Don of the Drad. Well, to make that map a bit bigger, take that one map off.
Not many bad guys on this map. I wouldn't worry.
Let's target.
Page 243. Under size, such creatures typically have reach equal to the additional wounds granted by the size.
See, yeah, that's fine, because I was looking in the wrong bloody place. That's.
Well, you should just look inside Fantasy Grounds and do a search.
I did. I searched for reach and I couldn't find anything.
I'm in the PDF.
No, I can see that on page 243.
You get in the PDF and they shut the book. What happens?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spit and Rannick. Multi-action.
Don't forget to turn on your keywords for certain spells that might give you extra damage if you do that.
Yeah, but we need to know the format for the keywords for that sort of thing, don't we?
We're not going to use, but not you using keywords. We'll be here all day for this.
It's damage versus evil plus 26, I think.
No, all you have to do is a keyword of the trappings. So if you're doing a fire-based spell, you just have to put the trapping keyword in of fire, and that's all you need. Because frost giants.
It's just the keyword. We don't need anything else.
No, you don't need anything else. You just have to put the keywords in for like what your trappings are. So if it's electricity, it's electricity. If it's fire, you just put fire. If it's acid, you put acid. If it's cold, you put cold. If it's water, you put water. And all the bad guys will be afflicted like that. If they are, I'm not saying any of them are.
1, 2,
the only stuff I've got is cold, so that's going to be good for me.
5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That only affects them if they're vulnerable. to
7,
it, doesn't it?
8, 9, 10, 11,
I've got to give Jails for a Benny. I just got the joke.
11, 12, 13. £13 power points spent.
Well, you haven't rolled yet, so you haven't spent them yet.
No, haven't
Well,
spent
you've
them
only
yet.
spent one.
So I will cast in all of the above as a multi-action, and then not apply the bonus. In fact, we'll do this at +2 because it's a favoured power. And we cast Greater Smite. This might be expensive. So
More
Greater
damage, that's
Smite.
6 damage.
Greater
Ouch.
Smite.
Oh, he got the raise! Oh, no. Sorry.
Right. Well, it does. Shall we roll again just for the sake of it? No, we won't. We won't. Anyway, it does all of the above. Armor piercing is +6, so all their armor is cursed and turns to butter, and it does +4 damage to all of the above.
It goes. Isn't that nice?
Butter dice giants.
And then for my second action, I'm having a bit of a rant.
Okay.
Because you didn't. I asked you. You know, there was a choice of opting in and opting out, and you didn't take it. So, so it's time for a rant.
Okay.
And who will do? We will Frost Giant 14 will get ranted at, I think.
He's already distracted and vulnerable for the record. And shaken.
Well, he won't then because it's going to go. Can't make it any worse. Tell you what, I will rant at Gaff.
Okay.
I will point at Gaff and start ranting because I think he's probably in charge.
Yep.
He's the gaffer.
So can you beat a 5 as I just give you a whole...
Look at that, that's awesome.
Of course, if he doesn't speak dwarf, it doesn't matter because he can't understand you.
I know, I'm just about to check.
Well, what's the matter? It wasn't. It was good. It was actually in common, but I've accidentally said it in the Bissell, so it's got
All right.
It's rather colourful version of it, but
It's meant to be in common, is it? It's meant to be in common. Okay.
it's meant to be in common, but so in the past I would have killed you and thought nothing of it. Now we ask. If you ask the war, the get war till mercy's called. Hark the clang of metal sing, sound the oath of Gorham at your heart of lung, bang weapons against shield, charge towards death, as written in Gorma song sack version 4. The clang of swords in my shield is my song, for I am your armour, your blade, strike your foes, and I will guide your hand for I thirst for only for battle.
Awesome. Right, you shook him because he rolled 4 less than you. Do you want him distracted or vulnerable?
4 less than me, so is that a raise?
You got to
Right,
shook him.
That's why he's shaking.
Oh, creative combat. I forgot. This is creative combat.
So he
I
has to roll
forgot
on
that.
the creative combat.
Yes, I forgot about creative combat. Sorry. It appears to have a load of rubbish in it. Oh God, I'll need to check. Oh God, why is that like that? I might have to.
You broke it.
I don't know. Got a load of empty entries in it, so I'll have to check the original. But I've deleted them now. Oh dear, he's not
You get a
shaking.
Benny.
He gets a Benny.
No. Dondrad gets a Benny.
I suppose you actually, yeah, Dondra gets a Benny.
So I get my Benny back for casting the spell. Woo-hoo.
I get my Benny back.
Distracted or vulnerable?
I'll leave him distracted.
Okay, he
Yeah,
is
sure, man.
distracted. Okay.
Oh,
Brings us to Justice.
Slip around here and grab a hold of Irina's cloak and goes, just 1 second, Irina, something I want to do first.
Just 1 second, Arena. What? Sorry, my headphones didn't. Yeah.
It's something
I
she
want
wants
to
to
do
do
something
first.
Ah, no problem. Thank you.
I can target these 3. And I use selective so I don't accidentally get my own guys.
Yep.
Fireworks!
Okay, hit with a raise. Hit with a raise. You seem to have targeted yourself there. Let's remove you from the list there. So roll your damage.
Rannick will turn to Arena and say, "You reckon she didn't get to do that often when she were back at home?"
Okay, that's a wound on the frost giant. Oh, that's the end of that frost giant. It's a wound on that ogre. On the other one, oof. He obviously avoided most of it. He's only shaken.
Okay, that's good enough. I'm ready when you are, Arena.
Hey.
Frost giant 1. This is good. This gets interesting. 7. Giant 2. And a 7. He's probably in range. I am going to. Yep. Yeah, a large rock hits Grimvold.
That's what they get for running up front, Arena.
I could find fucking.
Well, he seems to have stuck around a while. Never mind, eh? Hey, bugger's tougher than he looks.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you're going to take a single wound out of that, but you got 2 of them back. You soaked 2 of them. You dodged most of it. Hang on, don't you get a? You might want to check your items. Oh, you know, I'm thinking fortification. You're getting 3 rerolls on something else, but it's not soaking, is it? Okay.
What is it? Okay, that's what do there. +1 on soak. Did that go in?
Amulet of natural armor, yes.
Yes. You're fine. You dodge most of it, but the rock still. A large rock lands near you. Well, it's practically on top of you.
Did I dodge out the way and just maybe out of breath a little bit?
Well, I think you got caught. You probably got caught by flying shrapnel from the rock landing. He probably he has got he's got range. Incoming. Oh dear. Dodrad's in the middle of his. Okay. Basically, yeah. Dondrad, his rant finishes, and then he's suddenly a bit taken aback as he's nose to granite with a rock that wasn't there a second before, as it lands with a loud thump right in front of him. He also notices there appears to be another shadow coming out of the mist towards him, but it lands wide. Giants charge forwards with their winter wolves. They want to keep up with their winter wolves. There we go. And oh, he's probably in range as well. I think we might go. Yep, I'm not sure it'll do much, but it's a big target. We can't really miss it. I have to give it a shot. A rock passes straight through the water elemental. Rannick. Okay, Rannick should have a reach of 3. There you go.
Okay. Okay. That module's not open. Damn it. I would like to cast Warrior's Gift with a raise, and the module's not there, so I can't click it on. And I'd like improved trademark weapon with Shroud and with Hurry, please.
Crap, I must have. Hang on, you should. You have a
Can't
local
find
copy
them.
of yours. I must have.
I'm just seeing if I do. I should do.
I must
No, I
have.
don't.
I must have had a clear out of my modules a while back and obviously lost it.
It doesn't seem. No, I don't seem to have an available module here either. Let me just change the load filter. No.
What's it called?
Range of Mystic Powers, I think. Yes, that's what's showing up here. Range of Mystic Powers.
I've lost it.
I'm just doing a search for it. Nope, can't find it.
Problem is you can't add modules mid load either, can you?
No. So I don't know why it's not turned up for me either. Maybe because I've not updated it since there's been an update and it's not. Anyway, so yeah, I want improved trademark weapon with Shroud and Hurry, please.
How did you send it to me?
Email, I think, but
I'll have to find it again. Don't think it's any good for now, but anyway. I'm
pretty sure that's what I need for 5 rounds.
Okay, that's looks good enough for me. There you go. There you go.
Right. If I can get between these two, I will get into those rocks there.
Yeah, you do pace of 8, can't you?
Mm-hmm. And then I am going to multi-action.
You don't want to sweep.
No, I didn't pick sweep.
Yeah.
I just want a multi-action. I'm going to go for 2 of them.
Okay, go for it.
I'll go for that one there. So let's do that one. He's not, but he is a favoured enemy, and I don't have sneak attack. I didn't miss this.
I know, it's so annoying it can't be automated either.
And I've not got a Bane against them, have I? Because they're not...
Ogres.
Yeah, I don't get Bane against Ogres. I've got favoured enemy against Ogres, though, so I get that for damage.
Only 4 wounds, eh?
Yeah. I don't think I'm not going to release the Despair because, there's friends close by. And then we'll go for the Shaken one there as well. I'll have my free reroll on that then.
That's it.
It is. So, favoured enemy or sneak attack. That's that.
That's only 41 points of damage.
Bloody ogres. I hate bloody ogres, says Rannick as he crouches down in the rocks.
Okie dokie. Which colour are you going for? Red?
Gold! Go for gold!
Gold.
I am going for gold. Large, as in adult.
Which is what size?
7.
7. That still counts as
And-
size 2, I think, doesn't it?
7 is still, large.
I thought you were going to, because then you wouldn't use powers. I thought you were going to have a chat.
Oh, and once she transforms, Jelssa's gonna hop on her back. I will take my action on my turn, but I'd move with Irina.
Yeah, I know. You said you grabbed hold of her clothing, so you're basically you're on her back when she transforms. There
Lovely.
you go.
And obviously, I've spent the extra power point to make it last in minutes instead of rounds.
Okay, and you went for an adult gold dragon.
I should probably actually roll for it now, shouldn't I? And I'm Bennying that.
Ooh, those dice look good.
They do look good, don't they? That's a success.
Can't read them.
Which
Yeah.
dice are those?
They are the magic ones. Storm.
Oh, nice. I like them.
She's gone dragon instead of Doolittle.
It's cheaper. And this one breathes fire.
5 minutes. 5 minutes is 30 rounds. No.
Now Irina and I can be the Air Force.
10 minutes is 600 rounds, so
50.
5 minutes is 50. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 50 rounds.
And Amber's going to hide in the brambles.
very sensible. Okay. And now, obviously, you can now. You can now. If you want.
Can I move the same turn that I...
Yes, you
You
can.
You can, you
Yeah.
just can't breathe in the same turn.
Okay, fine. In that case, I'm going to fly up high enough that they can't reach me. And go to there.
Yeah, movement. I'm afraid. Showing me a movement arrow on your move.
It has gone weird. Let's try that then. Okay, I think I need to close that and reopen it.
Try again now.
Token. Okay.
Or just pop an arrow using the double arrows.
How's that?
Perfect. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just re-added you to the track, and that seems to fix it.
Cool. It doesn't like it when I change shape.
Else are there for now. Well, obviously, I'll get the stack. I need to turn on the stacking and find the ranger module. Add them back in for next time. Amazing all the things you forget you used to use. Okay, so I've added acid to acid breath. I've added electricity to electric breath. I can't see if you've got a fire breath there, but
I
I
do.
thought golds do have fire, don't they?
Yeah. I chose it based on the breath weapon. Cone template 3d6 damage. Sorry, 4d6 damage for the big ones.
own template.
And my bite and claws counts as fire attacks.
Oh, in that case, so what you want to do then is your red dragon. Oh no, whichever dragon claws it is. What you need to do is because I just so you understand it, I can't find your cone of damage. But what you need to do is you need to open up your attack and then unlock it, and you see where it says keywords.
Yeah.
Fumble. Yeah. All you need to do for that is obviously if you're shape changing in different things and they change, what you just need to do in the keyword in this case, if they count as fire damage, type the word fire as a keyword. That's it.
Okay.
And that's all you need to do. That means when you attack with that attack, you're doing fire damage, if that makes sense. So obviously, if you've got generic ones, you will have to remember to change them from time to time. But it will be that it factors in other things that you may or not have before. So that's all good. And Amber's moved. So then the mammoths are not doing anything. They're going on hold. And then the ogres.
Oh, red dragon claws have already got that keyword, so that's cool.
I must have already put it. Maybe you put it in before, which is fine. Okay, I'm just going to have the ogres go on hold because they're going to hold back. That's easy. And then I'm going to put the rhinos on hold. Oh, damn, on hold. Meant to do, but I think I just dealt them a card by mistake. Which I did, but that doesn't matter. I'll put them on hold because they're not going to act. And I believe that's the end of combat round 1. Right, we'll speed up once we're back in the flow, I'm sure. I think this is the biggest fight of the day of the adventure. Don't worry too much. Okay, Winter Wolves go next. Well, I think this Winter Wolf's just going to have to breathe cold over Jelsa and Arena.
I know. I thought I've got the quick edge. It's not working.
Can it reach Jelsa and Arena, who flew up into the air?
That's a good point. Sorry, how far up did you fly?
I specifically used the words high enough that they can't reach, but otherwise low enough for Jelsa's tracks to work.
You can be more than 9 inches quite easily because you've got a pace of 24 with flying.
Yeah, you flew 12 inches, so you can fly 12. You can fly 12 inches vertically and 12 inches horizontally. So you can choose a number between 1 and 12.
I will say 10.
I was about to say I was about to say, bearing in mind that the other day I measured the length of a breath weapon of a cone template, and they're 9 inches. So that's
I'll swoop to do that.
That's a good. No, it's a good choice. What I'm trying to say, it's a good choice picking 10. Okay, so that Winter Wolf here does breathe ice at you, but it didn't miss. Yeah, it probably has to go on the combat. But have you got the item equipped? It only happens when you equip it.
He's got Grimvald has got an item that gives him the quick edge, but it only works if it's equipped, and if it's not equipped, it doesn't actually apply.
So give me one bending back, please, and I'll roll it again and see if it works. Oh, it was equipped.
But you have to. Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I don't know if it should. I'm assuming it should work.
That worked. Okay, still rubbish. That did work. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to have it equipped because that's the whole point. The point is,
Yeah, I thought it was equipped.
Yeah, but that does mean you have to use that weapon when it comes to your attack, for the record. Otherwise, you know what I mean. You technically have to equip it when you're planning to use it because it only works when it's equipped. So if you get taking the advantage of the quick edge, you have to use that weapon. If you know what I mean.
On the head.
Yeah. I'm going to attack Rannick. Frenzied orgy of ice and violence. Sing twice. Winter Wolf is going to move 7. They're well trained. They're not charging in. They're basically, although they're on a faster initiative than their handlers, they're obviously keeping pace with the handlers. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, gear off, you bugger!
Is no longer shaken. Round on that Winter Wolf. Where's he gone? Oh, he's. Oh, it's the end of it. Grimvald is no longer shaken. It was Grimvald breaking shaken around. Grimvald, over to you, sir. Please let them. Oh no, that was hours ago.
How does a limited free action work?
It's a free action, but you can only do it once per turn.
You can only do any limited free action once per turn. So if you've got 2 separate limited free actions, you can only do one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give myself deflection.
Oh, mystic powers. Are you spending extra for the raise?
Yeah, it's only an extra point, isn't it?
That's an extra 4 points. Or is it? No, it's an extra 2 points to get the raise.
That's-
Mystic
so
powers.
it's going to cost me 3 points. So I'm going to give myself.
That would be attack -2.
Yeah.
Deflection. There we go.
No, with a raise, it's not. Oh yes, because it's against everything, is it? Raise.
Yes. With a raise, yeah, you choose when you cast deflection, you choose whether it's ranged or fighting. If you get the raise, it's against both. If you get Savage Pathfinder, slightly different on that one. Okay, so that's your limited free action to give yourself deflection. What's up next?
Then I'm going to move here.
Okay.
Smack this geezer on the head.
Hitting him, but not getting the raise. With your heavy, brutal, damaging, dueling rate.
Wow. Wow. I'm not having that.
A brutal, damaging, dueling mace.
Absolutely crap. And then I'm
I
going to hit him
think he
again
needs
with
his
it.
money back.
I'm going to hit him again.
Oh. Did anyone else notice that dice take forever to roll there? Or was that just
Yeah.
me?
No, it took a while.
So okay, so the mace gives you the quick edge, but you can't wield it for toffee.
I'm not wasting pennies on that. That'll do. Okay.
Hang on, that last one was a multi action, has a multi action penalty. I don't think that was damage. Last one. Oh, was that your second attack?
Yeah.
Oh, I misplayed it. Okay. Ogre number
Missed.
one is Ogre number one. Jumps over these crates.
What,
That's
there's
for
no
fun.
past turn on the combat tracker on this, Kevin. What happened?
I have no idea. Maybe the
You
fact
said,
that
Q, I want to stop them build to pass their turns. Give it to me. GM only.
is it really? Well, maybe it's because I moved it on with subconsciously. You know me.
You broke it. Yeah.
Okay, I am going to use a great flail upon you. And miss as your deflection against the attack. You can't see Ogre 7. Where's Ogre 7? Oh, he's way over there. No wonder I couldn't see him. No, he'll stay put. Okay, that gets us to Ogre 9. Yeah, I can't see. Fine. Oh, he's tried to keep the mammoths in check. That's fine. Ogre 10's going to come over here and do the same. And Graf is someone upset. Graf, I seem to recall. Graf starts running forwards, and that brings us to Jelsa.
Okay, I'm on Irina's back, so how
Oh, yeah,
blah.
Oh, there you go. You're on. There you go. All ranges should calculate correctly for you now. Using the built-in height extent functionality, no longer using third-party edge.
All right, cool.
That's handy.
Unfortunately,
How do you do that?
Alt key.
Alt.
Alt and mouse wheel.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, massive. It should be pointed out, Jelsa, that you're 10 inches off the ground at the moment, and the range of a burst template is 9 inches.
It's my smarts. It's 10.
Not if it's a cone. If you,
Damn it.
You could always go and hold till my action and I'll swoop.
Then I'm gonna go on hold and go with Irina.
okay, no problem. Put you on hold. Rannick.
Okay, I'm going to say sit, and then run away from that puppy.
Okay.
Not that.
It wouldn't-
So it just gives it a free attack.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to use it as a. I thought you were actually going to use it as a.
I'm not using it as a test or an entangle. I'm just saying sit and then running away from.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try and get a better card.
Hang on, your cloak of displacement probably shouldn't stack with your edge for the record.
It should, because the edge gives me +2 parry for a trademark weapon, and the cloak of displacement gives me deflection. But shroud is a separate effect to deflection, so they're all separate effects.
Fair enough then.
I'd like to go
Okay.
after Rennick, please.
Okay.
Right, and then I'll shout, "Freeze, you buggers!"
I think they did that.
And I will entangle all of them.
We better target
Just-
them then.
Just at the basic
Oh, you
level.
can't. I forgot. Well, yeah, you
No, I
still.
can't.
If you can still target them, and then I can still put the power on them. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will entangle them all at the basic level, because that makes them vulnerable now, which is all I need.
Actually, you can still look up the power and do it. Thinking about it.
Okay, don't let me find it. Entangle.
It's okay. I've done it. I've done it now. But thinking ahead, that's you can. You know what I mean? I know it's not as nice, but you can literally do it that way. But that's fine.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll have to find that module, or you'll have to resend it.
Yeah. And hopefully it'll take the update this time. So
Hopefully, it will yeah. Actually, fact, yes. Send me the new version, because if that's the case, I can fix it. What I will do is
Yeah.
I'll check the module db.xml later and make sure I remove any of the old versions of the module. Next is Arena going.
Hang on. That
Oh,
was my free
sorry.
action. That
Sorry,
was my free
shutting up.
action. So I'm now going to poke this one, and yeah, the entangle power shouldn't be expiring, but because it doesn't work like that. But hey, so I'm going to attack him, which is a hit with a raise, which is good, and it's a favoured enemy and a sneak attack. And because it's a hit with a raise, I'm going to release my area effect of despair.
Yeah, well, you better plump the area. You better plump the area effect down.
I've forgotten how to do circles.
Right mouse button, pointers at 11
Pointers.
o'clock, and then pick small, medium, or large burst template.
No, because I need a 5-inch burst template.
Oh, in that case, it will be both mouse buttons and circles.
Both mouse buttons and circles. I don't know how to do
So
circles.
both mouse buttons and controls. Sorry,
And control. Right. Okay.
sorry.
Except that, where's the middle? No, there we go. So
So
that's
a 5-inch circle centered on him is what you're trying to do. Is that what you're saying? Like
no.
that?
Oh yeah, of course, because he's the one that's been hit, isn't he?
Yes.
So everybody within 5 inches of him needs a spirit roll or become vulnerable as they're depressed.
Okie dokie. First, then, spirit. Fails.
I mean, he's vulnerable anyway because he's entangled, but he'll be vulnerable even if he unentangles.
Yeah, but they stack, so I can't.
Yeah.
Frost Giant one you've killed. That.
But there might be a depressed winter wolf as well.
He's outside the area of effect.
Oh, he's not. Winter wolf 5.
Winter Wolf 5's outside the area of effect. The circle's got to touch his
Just
circle.
barely.
It
Yeah,
did.
just barely, but it did miss.
It didn't touch. I measured. I zoomed right
okay.
in. It really didn't.
Right. Okay. Damn,
You were like
never
one
mind.
pixel out, I'm afraid to say.
Curses! Well, I've made Graph depressed. That'll do.
And he's the last one. Yeah. Actually, if you zoom in now, you can see how close you were. On my version of it. Look at that.
On my version of it, that cuts right through the middle of Winter Wolf.
Does it really? Because I'm zoomed right in and it's not touching him. Anyway, Arena's up next.
It doesn't touch him on mine either, so must be
Weird.
Tavs.
Yeah.
Question: the height things, is each one 6 feet?
Yes.
So I'm at
Yes.
60 feet, right? Okay, fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swoop down to. Excuse me.
Yeah, but you're that's not that's the centre of the 5 inches, not where you put it, Rannick.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just doing a
Yeah, yeah.
snip just to show you what I can see on my screen.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
I'm going to swoop down to 25 feet ish. Well, I suppose
4 inches is 24 feet.
yeah, 24 feet. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to contemplate while flying over 12. I'm going through the giants 12, 11, 10, templating as I go. And hopefully Jelsa will be able to get Winter Wolves 1, 2, and 4 off the side of me as I zoom past them, but we'll see how that goes. That would be ideal, yes.
Don't forget, you can fly up to 24 inches.
Yeah,
So you
but
you can keep going, but yeah. Go for it. Yeah. Understood.
so effectively I'm going to end up probably around about there at the end of it, but the flame template will happen at the optimum time for flaming the giants.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Now, I know it's 4d6 damage, but do I have to?
It's a breath weapon, so you have to
Athletics
make
check.
it athletics check first.
I do, you're right.
But
And
if
with
you
it
get
being
a raise, you do
fire.
get the extra damage.
Yes, I was wondering how to do it so that it would recognise it was fire damage.
Well, that's
Is
what
the
you wanted. Well, no, I mean that doesn't matter. What you have to do. So basically, all you do is where's your. You should have. Yeah, the breath weapon should have been set up as. What you want to do is set your breath weapon up as an attack roll using athletics, and then it should treat its combat. But I can't see your breath.
Oh. Okay, well let's see if I can. Oh great, my mouse just stopped working. Hold on, I'll do it with my mouse pad.
I really can't see your breath. I can see your acid breath, which we should fix. So it's not type ranged. It is. We
I might not have a breath weapon for fire set up.
Yeah, you do it as
It's
type
okay.
thrown, and then it uses athletics, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's it. Of course, it's type thrown. That's it. Dying
And
bar.
after Irina goes, take me off hold so I can take.
I
my
will do.
shot.
Yep. So
Probably cast from right about here.
okay. So what we do then is I've just created. You've got a far breath. I mean, okay. I'm renaming your acid breath to far breath because that's what you'll be doing these days. It's a base of 4d6 damage. Did you say?
Yes.
Okay. So you now have a far breath attack.
Okay.
So you've got them targeted. So if we roll that up, this would be just not enough ammunition. Why is it using ammo? Because shots are set. Let's get rid of shots. There we go. And then when we click up this, when we click that, I'm just checking that it
actually works.
works.
Okay.
I don't know why it did it. Oh, you must have rolled. That was me testing it. I'll let you have your roll. That was me testing. So by all means, you have your roll because I'm nice.
It rolls the dragon's athletics, doesn't it?
Oh, of course it does. Yes, which is fine.
It should. Right, okay then. Let's have a go. I like my roll better.
Yeah, because that's a raise.
So now you can roll the raise damage 3 times, and hopefully the fire damage should be factored in. Yep, there you go. Environmental weakness fire. Look at that.
Hey.
Okay.
Toasty.
So that
That's one
was
of them.
Frost Giant 11. That's that one. Frost Giant 11 down. So roll your other Frost Giant 10 as well. Joe, you guys just like doing no wounds or 4 wounds today. Have you noticed?
Hey, I did 2 wounds.
There you go. I did 3.
Okay.
He's gonna complain.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay, so that's them down. Splat, splat, splat.
And now it's my turn.
It is indeed.
And I was able to
So-
get all 3 of these.
Yep. Just target them. You're about there, so just target them when you're about there, and then we need to go back to you. See who you're targeting. You're not targeting.
And I'm adding the extra power points for lingering damage if I don't kill him.
Okie dokie. Make your spellcasting roll. Don't worry about the out of range thing. And roll the damage. Because it's functioning in the fact you're at plus 10, which you're not at the time. Okay, you shake the first one. It's not. Oh, why your fireworks don't have the fire keyword?
But
Why?
they've got the smite on them, which does the same effect.
And
Yeah,
add
but the smite
lingering
and the
damage
fireworks
to
should add up together, shouldn't they?
Except the smite is done on a weapon, not on spells.
Point taken, so
Smite-
it's the same
smite-
difference. Yeah,
smite
agreed.
wouldn't affect the spell damage.
No, agreed.
Okay. Then take that off and I'll re-roll.
Oh, no,
No.
no, it's fine because the point is that you should have got plus 4 damage. You should have got plus 4 damage for the fireworks, so I'm not complaining.
Okay, and it's and add the lingering effect to the ones that actually survive that.
Splat.
Arena, this is fun.
And one died. There we go.
Why do I have an image of Bastion riding on Falcor?
Okie dokie. So that means that all took place after.
Dragon grins at Jelsa. By the way, I've leveled out at height 5.
Okay. When you can do that, you should be able to hover over yourself, hold down the Alt key, and mouse down from plus 10 to plus 5.
Alt.
And then Jelson needs to just do the same thing. Someone, I think you killed his wolf. Oh, no, you killed his buddy, didn't you? So he's going to swing at you with his large great axe. I think he's going to hit you.
Oh. You call that a swing? Rannick catches the haft in one hand. I said, you call that a bloody swing? Really? I mean, seriously.
know what's happening now, I'm afraid, don't you? Oh! That was not a critical fail, I'm afraid to say.
That's all right. I don't mind.
+2, because it's not going to factor it in because they're touching you. Does I'll just take 2 off again on the attack roll. Oh, I did +1 on the gang up, but that's okay. Can you take the sweep edge out of interest as an ability? You know what I mean? I'm not.
Do you know what message I've just sent to my dearly beloved?
What's that?
Oh.
Guess who's taking sweep next round?
Oh yes, he did.
This makes perfect sense. Don't get me wrong.
I just remembered something I should have remembered as well. Okay.
Yeah, because you've got Warrior's Gift as part of your Mystic Powers as well, haven't you?
Warrior's Gift. What's that?
Well, did you take the upgraded Mystic Powers Edge for your monk?
No.
Because see, if you take Great Key, you get a whole load of extra powers you can use, and one of them.
I
is
have
Warrior's
taken
Gift.
Great Key, yes.
So you've got boost trait, agility, athletics, fighting, stealth, and strength. You got
Right, I'll add that
deflection.
later. Yeah.
You got smite. You've got speed, but you've also got protection, wall walker, and warrior's gift. And warrior's gift.
I've also got frenzy.
And you've got that just as a standard edge, have you?
Yeah. I should just like make use of it.
You should
Forgot.
probably remember that, yeah.
Conrad recovers from being nosed to granite to the rock that wasn't there before it landed in front of him with a loud boom. To be honest, you're quite lucky because I forgot to put the stacking thing on. I didn't have the giants rush to mount their woolly rhinos and woolly mammoths and then just trample charge you.
You know what? That would have been really great because half of the party have got Beast Friend.
Animals
Okay.
are instant. You gotta have a chat with them. The beginning. So
Actually,
best thing-
yeah.
I think you've got him. I think you've made Rannick mad, but the thing is, you'll probably never see it coming. Large burst template, strong, blindness.
Holy light. Okay. My God, there are effects everywhere.
So clear target and target on this. Target all those dudes. Target M. Target M.
I'll do Graph for you because you missed him. There you go. You got them all. Hit it.
Right. So
Hang on. Yeah, no, blind. Yeah, blind automatically takes effect, doesn't it? It's next turn they get to resist it.
yeah, but it's
Yep.
it's blind. It's strong with no raise. So it's going to be trait -2 vigor to shake off of, isn't it?
Which actually means you don't put in just put the trait -2 version of blind in. Because then, as you say, put the -2 vigor to shake off because obviously the trait -2 effect will actually factor nicely for that. Which is good. There goes the blinds. They're all blinded.
For 6 power points.
And last but not least is Bert, who part of him was slightly frozen and therefore was a bit shaken when a bit of him snapped off when the boulder hit him. But he's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay. I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
I'm going to multi-action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stick one hand out and...
Trying to hit 3 of them, you want to do it there.
Yeah, he has adamantine rocks inside of him because he doesn't have any nails.
And I will...
Now you've moved that, on my screen, that only hits 2, but before you moved it, it hit 3. That's weird. Obviously, there's something slightly out of kilter with my map.
By closing, reopening your map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike, and ours apparently.
Okay, they are all distracted and have to make strength checks or be thrown back.
Okie dokie. Ogre number 2 has to make a strength check. Which he fails. How much are you throwing him back?
I am throwing them back 6 inches.
Do they take damage if they hit anything? Actually, I think he's
They
going to
do.
miss. I think. Oh, he's going to hit the tree, isn't he? So, okay, was it 2d4 damage?
I think with the size
Yeah, 6
difference,
points.
it's the tree that'll take the damage.
Oh, hang on. No, that's the damage. How many inches do you knock him back? Sorry.
Oh, how many inches? You're right.
Well,
It's,
he'll stop when he hits the tree anyway.
Well,
It's
no,
9
I'm going to have
inches.
him. It's 9. I'm going to have him go through the tree because he's an ogre.
Really? Really?
I'm going to have him because then he hits this ogre here. Look.
All right. It's just if he stopped when he hit the tree, he'd be within my sweep range.
Look, have you seen the size of the tree compared to him? He breaks the tree.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so he will take. See,
That was a truly tremendous attack.
That tree obviously was a little more substantial than we thought. Although the guy he bumps into doesn't take much. Okay, Winterwolf 6 has to make a strength check or be knocked back 9 inches. He's on the edge of it, so he's going to go that way. I think he's going to hit the crates.
I think Bert is really branching out with his attack styles.
Yeah, and he's really done a great shot there.
Yeah, I've got those guys boxed up.
We all had your bennies. Don't give me on. Doesn't mean stop making your jokes, but don't complain don't start implying I didn't give you bennies because you've already had them for them. Okay. I know you well enough to know once one of you starts, you all come up with. Wish I could do that. So effortlessly and eloquently.
The old stick in the mud.
Mm.
Okie dokie. So okay, that is. Are you doing anything else, Bert?
Okay, that was my first action, and then my second action, I'm going to turn around and backhand this water wolf or winter wolf.
Winterwolf.
Water wolf.
It's going to be a water wolf in the second after you backhand it. And you meant to have SWAT.
I should have SWAT, yeah. Not that it makes any difference if 5 still isn't going to hit.
No,
But let's Benny that.
but now you've got SWAT, so it should factor in.
There we go.
I did work
Oh,
out
good
where.
grief. I'm definitely bending that.
Do you know what happened?
We
You
still
hit
winded it,
and-
but-
Oh, I guess I did still squish it.
You've
Okay.
given it an
Well, no,
nice
yeah,
break.
you still squished it. Yeah, with that damage, you still squished it. I mean, look at that. He rolls a 3 and he still splats it.
Well, it's good.
I so wanted Kev to soak then and just say, and the wolf goes shake, 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 and growls at you because you made it wet.
The fight's long.
I told you.
I took one look at this fight. I thought it's long enough without me soaking the bad guys' damage rolls. It's the honest answer there. Looks.
Yeah, I told you. I told you, Gorham had put some adamantine rocks in that water somewhere.
He did, obviously.
Is Snook's going to go and play with the doggies?
Yeah, there's a doggy over there. Snooks is going to go play with this doggy. Let us pounce.
Okay, pounce activated. Go for it. Snooks. AP 6 plus 4 damage. They're bouncing to make it plus 8 damage. Ouch.
You never want to be on the wrong side of a cat.
No.
Yeah,
I think that's
so, yeah,
Snooks is hitting possibly with a rage. Hit with a rage from Snooks.
yes, so it's been given the gift of adamantine as well, so it goes Wolverine claws.
And there we are. What's now going to be standard, it would appear, the standard 4 wounds attack damage roll. Splat.
And then
Okay.
Snooks will go just a little bit further and do that whole cat growl thing at Ogre 6.
Okay. Who's on hold? Oh, it's just the thing is combat round 3. So the quick edge worked on Grimwald. Okay. Arena's first on the Ace of Hearts.
Cool. Okay. How far did you say I could move?
24.
24. I'll let you plan out your whole move and then I'll accept it at the end, especially if you want to attack en route, as it were.
And then move me with her because I'll.
I will do, yeah.
Bloody kill stealer.
Well, don't forget if you're at height. Don't forget if you're at height 5, that's the range of your burst template.
Well, I'll best swoop down as I do it then.
That's fine. I'm just stating.
By my screen, that takes 6 of them.
Well, you don't forget you are at that point there. So I make it 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want it, If you
I'm
want
happy
it,
to keep moving.
yeah,
Corner at that point and keep going.
yeah. That's 15 inches up to there, which is fine. Then I agree that gets you 6, but not hitting Rannick. I'll move you out the way so I can, for targeting
Yeah.
purposes, and then I'll put you back.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously we know at 15 inches you're there, and then we'll
Yep.
do the rest afterwards. We'll get rid of that
But you
token.
can't swoop back up until after I go because it'll put me out of range.
Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna have to swoop down. You're basically down at. Gonna say you're basically down at ground level, aren't you? Basically, just swooping at ground. You're less than 6 feet off the ground for the rest of this turn, unfortunately.
Fine.
Do this attack. Okay, that's yeah. That they all hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage rolls, please. I like those dice.
Big page of error messages. Go away.
Yeah, I may finally break down and buy a set.
Oh! I'm getting loads of error messages, and it doesn't seem to be rolling all the extras.
No, I'm not seeing. I was going to say I'm not seeing any registering of the damage. Annoyingly.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
try.
that means
I'll
that
try
the
it this way then.
bug
Let me
is
try
the bug
this.
that's in Suede that's fixed is not fixed in Pathfinder.
What's the
No,
bug?
that didn't work either.
Or the bug that
Yes, it
causes
did.
that damage to not work.
It's okay. I found a way around it. If I directly drop it on them, it does it. So I'll just do that.
Aye, and let's face it, this is Irina anyway. Do you remember you crashed the table with Irina duplicates Irina?
Yeah.
Oh yes, it did, didn't it? Oh,
You didn't
Fancy
like
Ground.
that at all.
Fancy Ground just went no. Just went no.
My character is enough to crash the world.
It was possibly your inventory.
It may
I
have
think
been.
it was the powers tab actually.
Yeah. Yeah, there's every power on there as well, isn't there?
Every
You turn on-
possible
it's when
power.
you turn on every effect and go, I'll duplicate myself.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more to go, I believe.
There you go.
Right. Let's see what we got. I'm going to work my way up from the bottom. Okay, so that's an incapacitated frost giant. And an incapacitated frost giant.
I'm gonna have to move a little bit so I'm in range.
No, you're not actually there. That's just
yeah,
where.
I'm not. I'm probably closer to where Graph is, ish.
Yeah. And Graph is shaken. I think that's it, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks like 5 splats and Graph shaken.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we
And I'm
move you
probably
back.
to be about there.
You're about there at.
About there?
Yeah. The only thing is, don't
That's fine.
forget. Yeah, you got to bear in mind, Jelsa, is if you want to attack from there, you're going to have to hop off her back. Otherwise, unless she doesn't carry on flying, because she carries on flying, you'll get carried with her before it's your chance to react. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because my turn isn't yet. So if she wanted to continue moving, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Well, if I continue my movement I mean, I'm not doing it right now, but if my movement, say, continues in this direction, then that's going to cover it, continued targets. If I just buzz them at that side,
Well,
she'll always have something.
you can move. Whoops, I did that wrong. You can
But this
move.
won't really work 'cause I'll
You
use
can
my
move
phone.
9 inches, which that's the total 24 inches of movement. Will get you to there.
That would put those two in my range.
Well, that's fine then. If we say I'm there on Jelsa's turn, then that's
Yeah.
relatively accurate with me continuing to move as I go.
Exactly.
Well, Jelsa's further down the combat tracker anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'll put. What I shall do is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Jelsa
Jelsa's
there,
fly
and
like.
then move you out to one side. So Jelsa's actually where you are, because I haven't got the stacking today, because we need Jelsa's exact range for any spell effects for her, don't we, you see?
Yes.
So then Ogre 1 is next. Ogre 1 is going to run away from the dragon. I think. Ogre 1 is... Ogre 1 stupidly brave, it would appear. He's going to run over here and having a go at Schnookums, I'm afraid to say, with his great flail. Can't reach Domdrad. Hitting. Schnooks is shaken. Okay. Spirit check for this one. Oh, okay, he's off. Run over to there, which is off the edge of the map, but he's technically. I'll tell you what, he's running. Way to deal with that.
Run, Forest, run.
Why did that just move back to
No clue.
Ogre
Promise
2?
it
So it
wasn't
should
me.
be Ogre 3 now. Ogre 3 is going to swing his great flail at Grimwald. Missing. Ogre 6 is going to charge into Grimwald. Missed. Ogre 7. Ogre 7's hiding. Oh, it's just Ogre 7. Takes advantage of what's going on and runs away. It keeps going. Oh, it's because when I delete them, for some reason, when I delete them, it seems to jump back up. Next
To the
person on the
previous-
combat tracker. Person on the combat tracker, not the previous group member, which is a bit annoying.
Pass their turn and then delete them.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Good,
Every week
good
there's a new
call.
glitch. At least one.
Ogre 9 is going. Yeah, I like you're spot on, Mr. Grimwald. Let me award you a Benny for your correct deduction of why I'm being an idiot.
I don't think you are, mate. I think it's a new bug because it didn't used to do that. It used to be if you deleted them, it would just move to the next person.
Which
Okay,
makes an awful lot more sense.
Winterwolf 2 is going to come down and bite you.
I
Grimwald?
so wanted it to try and bite the water elemental and just get a mouthful of water.
Well, yeah, I think it's sensible enough to not go near the
And
big
then he
bloody...
gets his lingering damage after his.
And then he gets his lingering damage afterwards. Point taken. With
Which
plus
is
4 on that.
14 because it's a
Which
fire
is 14
trapping,
because it's far trapping. He's hardy, but it's 14 points of damage. Just kills it.
Yeah, because the fireworks caught his hair on fire.
Okay, I'm going to. It's obviously Granic. Actually, yeah, I'm going to breathe. It's in Granic. A 6 would probably not affect Jelsa thingy either, so that's fine. The Winter Wolf comes up and breathes ice, which has no effect on anything. 6 is here. Going to move to there. Yeah, he's just going to get both.
because the frost giant's immune.
Frost Giant's immune, indeed. Breathes its breath weapon, which hits both Jelsa and Mina, I'm afraid to say. Arena is unharmed. I've just, for some reason, I rolled the wrong dice there. However, Jelsa's probably about to get a face full of snowball. Yeah, I'm afraid Jelsa, as Arena swoops down low, this Winter Wolf breathes and you fly through a cascading column of ice and snow. It's very cold. That's looking good.
That's better.
That's looking marvellous. 16 on a soak roll is exactly what you want.
Chelsea
An
loves
18.
the snow.
I hate the snow. Now they made me
Grimwald.
like
Hey,
You can't sweep. Well, you can, but you'll hit the dwarf.
I haven't got sweep.
That's okay then.
But he does have frenzy.
Actually, you can move, and you won't hit the door.
Barely frenzied and hit one of them.
No, because you if you sweep, you start your turn sweeping, so he hits you even before he moves.
Oh, can't you move and sweep though?
Yes, but he still hits you because at the start of his sweeping, you were in range. That's the problem with sweep.
Aye, so I mean, if you move 1 inch away and then use it.
No, it's you sweep for your entire action, including all movement.
Oh, right, okay.
It's very unpleasant in that regard. No, it's how it works. Yes, that's the point. You see, the point being is you know there's a line of people and you just move through them all. You hit every single one of them.
Because there was a specific edge in Evernight. I know this is going back a few editions.
Yes.
Called Whirlwind Attack.
Yes.
Which was different to sweep.
Yes. No. Remember we talked about it a long time ago. Clint confirmed that is how it works.
All right. Okay.
Basically, when you sweep, it's like you're a blade dancer.
Cool. That does make sweep an awful lot more dangerous.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
You can affect people who are not adjacent to you.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
So, now I'm going to work out the odds. 8.
Selective.
8.
Well, this means I need to ask the question: is Jelsa there, or is Jelsa actually where Arena is?
Jelsa is where Jelsa is, not where Arena is. I deliberately moved Arena out of the way because I haven't got the stacking extension on, so we can't have.
Okay. I'll not be sweeping then.
I shook. You didn't. That ogre 3 should be dead because I shook him the first attack. The second attack, you didn't. I don't think you applied it.
Unless they're hardy.
The hardy, I believe you'll find. Because I applied the damage.
And say hardy in the damage roll.
Oh, you ended your turn, so all the combat, all the attacks.
I attacked him once with my. I did a multi attack and then it shook him, and then I did a second attack, and it shook him. So
and then you ended your turn, so it erased the actual history of attacks on it, and therefore when I applied them, it only showed one of them. It didn't show both of them.
No, your second one left it unharmed.
No, there was. I attacked 2 of them the second time round, but it still shook him twice. So if you shake him twice, is he hardy or not?
Ogre 3.
Right, I've just worked out. You can sweep.
I only see one. I only see one shaken result. Yeah, I only see. Okay, Ogre 3 shaken. Ogre 3 shaken. Okay, so Ogre 3 is shaken, and then you hit him again. He's wounded. There you go.
That was
it. Yeah, don't end your turn until I have applied the damage. That's the answer there.
You got to apply the first damage before I apply the second one. Otherwise,
yes, but you ended your bloody turn before I did any of it, so I couldn't even deal with it. Anyway, and now I can apply my. Right, apply. Okay, so Jelsa incapacitates one and shakes the others, and now Arena and Jelsa are in the same square and within range of Rannick's sweep.
Yep.
Good golly, you've got a heck of a range.
Yes, I do. I have a very long spear.
Oh, I haven't calculated that yet. So what's your reach?
I have reached. I have reached 2.
Reach 2. Well, that's even interesting. So that's 1, 2.
I would say that he could hit one of us, but not both of us if she's on my back.
Yeah, you're both within because you're both actually where Jelsa is.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that, but what I mean is your spear can't be at 2 heights at the same time.
I'm just whirling it around like a lunatic.
Yeah, he spins it several times at that height, at multiple heights.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's not a single swing. He's literally swinging it high, low. You know what I mean? He's basically.
I do now.
Yeah, he's pirouetting all over the place.
I used to call it the Jackie Chan move because I used to think about that ladder fight when he picks up a ladder.
Yes.
Yeah.
and beats up a whole load of people.
Which is
that
why
will
I also
swing
rule
around.
you cannot sweep with a pike, because a pike's too long to sweep.
1, 2, 3.
That's my personal ruling. Anyway, Rannick, it's your go.
20.
Right. Well, like we said, I'm not going to be sweeping.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So instead of taking sweep, I will still use the same 6 power points
Mm-hmm.
and take improved frenzy instead for the next 5 rounds.
Okay.
Okay.
So that means that Rannick, according to Clint Black, can sweep 44 characters in one move.
Bear in mind, I've got pace 8 at the moment because I've got hurry on me.
Wow.
Yes, but the point is, and that you've got to bear in mind, the point is with Rannick doing that is that's the point. You see, sweep is incredibly powerful, which is why it's made that any friendly characters that are in your path are attacked as well. That's the point of the balance of it. Sweep, yeah, you very well say you can hit 48 characters, but to hit 48 characters, he'd probably have to hit every party member as well. That's the balancing of it.
See, Dondrad wouldn't mind. I've hit Dondrad and accidentally not quite killed him before.
I think I could deal with it, especially in dragon form.
I did one-shot an angel.
He'd probably kill Jolson.
You were very
Mhm.
angry on the day you one-shotted the angel, and you didn't really mean to do it.
True. Right, so I will, for my first action, after my
See?
limited free action to get myself improved frenzy,
You will make a
I will-
frenzied attack upon each of these
on-
two giants.
on
the
yeah,
giants.
giants 2 and 5. So that means I need to get an extra one of those.
So that's 42, 43.
Hit with a raise and a hit.
Okay, so hey, that gets me back a whole PowerPoint as well.
So it's actually, so he's extra pace 2, it's 52 characters he can.
Does that include running?
That's not including running, no. You're taking the piss.
Oh yeah, and isn't fleet-footed a combat? No, fleet-footed's a background edge, not a combat edge.
Nice try.
Well, since one of them was hit with a raise, I'll have everybody within 5 inches make a spirit roll, because if they're vulnerable, that does change the damage.
Frost 5. Okay, I need Arena, Jelsa to make spirit checks, please. Because you're feeling very depressed.
Feel ever so sad.
Okay, Jelsa is vulnerable. Is that what happens if you fail?
Yeah, you become vulnerable.
Jolsa's not doing that. She's got pennies to burn.
Jelsa will not feel sad.
Because she's a gnome.
And it's counteracted by the awesomeness of flying on a dragon and shooting fireworks.
Exactly. Because
Okay.
look at all the damage we're doing, Irina.
Frost Giant 2 is vulnerable. Frost Giant 5
This
is not.
Fun.
Frost Giant 6, Winter Wolf 6 rather, is vulnerable.
Right, so Frost Giant 2, did I hit that one with a raise or not?
You hit Frost Giant 2 normally.
Okay, so so that gets the extra damage for being vulnerable, but it doesn't get the extra damage for the raise. Which one's the first one in order, or shall I just drop the dice on them?
Well, actually, do you only do an extra d6 damage, don't you, for hitting Frost Giant 2?
Yeah.
So you might as well just do attack with a raise.
Yeah,
just turn it on and roll, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so
It's the easiest way to worry about it, because I can't tell you which order they come in, because Fantasy Grounds has its own rules about that.
yeah, so it's just the favoured enemy one. There we go.
Just turn on attack with raise and then roll damage, and then turn it on and roll again. And it will, you know what I mean? It means you'll attack with raise on both of them, regardless of which one you didn't technically attack with raise. Okay, so that's 2 wounds on Frost Giant 2.
Yep.
Two wounds on Frost Giant 5. We said having 20 NPCs in the combat tracker, don't do anything, is really. I think they're going to have to stampede, aren't they? Away from the party.
then I'm going to move over there because I've not
Okay.
finished my turn yet because I'm multi-actioning.
It's okay. I'm just going to give. The rhinos and the woolly mammoths are running away because it should speed up
Mhm.
the combat tracker.
All them fireworks blowing up around them and
Yeah,
fire and
Yeah.
dragons just like
Yeah.
scare the bejesus out of them.
Yeah, they've just run off.
Probably
Sensible
started
creatures.
running when they saw the dragon.
Imagine this fight in D20.
Mm.
I'd rather not.
Right. Okay. Then I'll accept your move to there. Combat
And
tracker
then I'll
should
attack.
flow a bit better now.
Yeah, so then I need to clear my targets and attack Winterwolf 6 and Frost Giant 8.
Okie dokie.
Just normal hits. But
The
which ones?
Winter Wolf 6 is vulnerable.
So the Winterwolf 6 is vulnerable, so I get an extra die on that, and I get an extra die on the Frost Giant anyway because it's a favoured enemy, but I don't know which one I'm damaging first.
So again, just turn on the raise damage. It's the easiest way to do it for both, isn't it? It's the same thing.
Yeah, so I just put the raised damage on and just roll normal damage instead of the fancy stuff. Where are we?
That's what I'm thinking. It's the easiest way to deal with it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, that was nearly a 12.
it was, but 2 8s will do.
The Winter Wolf takes 4 wounds.
I didn't put the raise on that, so let me just.
Drag the raise. Yeah, that'll be 19 points of damage on that one. She incapacitates it.
I'll take that then.
The combat tracker's flowing a little better now. Graf has unshaken. Right. He's entangled and calm. So he's going to have to multi-action then. And
he can't see what's holding him either.
he's going to attempt to break free. She does. And then
yeah, he does, because even though with an extra -2 for using strength to break free, he just still passed.
exactly. And then he is going to you hear this great sniffing sound, and he moves slightly this way and swings his large great axe to Rena the dragon.
Sparkle Tits, I think he can smell your soap.
And then he gets to make a vigor check in an attempt to. Yep, he is no longer blind either. And that brings us to Dondrat.
Oh, they've totally got it, haven't they? But it's 8.
There's something really effective about red blood splats on snow, isn't there?
Yeah, it's satisfying.
Can you, okay, right, let's multi-action. Favoured power. Is it favoured? Yes, it is. Right, if he goes to there, I will stab Orc 3.
And miss.
I will stab Orc 3 because it's evil.
And hit it. Oh, of course, he gets my. Yes.
Right. For a wound.
A wound on Ogre 3. Capacitating it, because that's the ogre that the monk had already attacked earlier.
Okay, so favoured. If he could stop being a. If he could stop. I tell you, I've not missed the character sheets in these ones because they're so big in there.
Mm.
18th level characters are a bit of a nightmare in Pathfinder, aren't
They
they?
are a bit night. Favoured power. So
Oh,
heal.
they move down a bit.
Just think how much you'd enjoy playing first level characters again when we start Crimson
Grimvale
Throne.
healed a wound.
Okay.
And then I am going to wander off. It's I think 1 inch more.
You moved an inch to get up there, don't forget. Oh yeah, you improved your pace.
Moved down
You
5.
improved. I forgot you've got improved pace, haven't you, these days?
Oh.
There was a frost giant that was dead. I forgot. I didn't realise. It was incapacitated frost giant there, so that's it. But big bad dude's left. An old frost giant.
A couple ogres, but let's go smack this guy around a little bit.
Let's just move everyone around. You know what I mean? There you go, because you should be getting a gang up, so let's make sure you get it. Not that you need it, but
it made a lot of difference. Yeah.
Roll for damage.
Oh, that tried to be a 12 too.
No, I thought it was going to be. Okay, so Graf goes from no damage to a big red splat on the ground.
I think it's a big pink splat on the ground because I'm sure Bert will wash it out a bit.
Okie dokie. And Snooks is up next.
Snooks is up next. This guy decided to come running up to Snooks.
Snooks says, play!
Oh, oops, nope, don't do that. Do that. There we go. And Snooks is going to frenzy. He's not going to wild, he's just going to frenzy attack.
Okie dokie.
I just love it when somebody can say just going to frenzy.
Yeah, just.
Let's see if the Benny works.
Yeah, let's try and Benny that. Where is it? There it is. Dooby dooby doo. Yep, there we go.
Stickles is using a Benny. It's nice to give you control of your Bennies again.
Yeah, okay. Guy's a little harder to hit.
That's okay from a purely time perspective and his realistic levels of survivability. I am just going to do that.
Makes sense.
Okay, so basically there's ogres and orcs, there's ogres and rhinos and mammoths running off in all directions because some of the ogres ran away. They probably got some of the ogres probably got trampled. But so anyway,
Ogres. I bloody hate ogres.
So did you kill that gaff guy behind the boxes?
Well, I killed the guy behind the boxes, aye.
I think we should finish that conversation with them.
I think there's
Okie
somebody
dokie.
else to have a conversation with.
Oh, he's talking about doing that, asking Gorham to bring his spirit back and having a word before he goes off to wherever he goes off to thing, isn't he?
Can we have a chat about what the password was?
Well, you do that while I get these bastards and chop down some of these trees and make a pyre. Mind you, can see what's in crates first. I mean, if there's nothing in there, we can just use them for burning. Let's have a look.
Well, let's not start a pyre because we're wanting to go up this cliff without announcing our presence to the people up there.
We've just killed like 20 giants. I'm pretty sure some buggers noticed.
And
yes, but let's.
Also, you were a 20-foot tall air elemental, and there's a bloody gold dragon there. I mean, they'd have to be blind, deaf, and stupid to have not noticed.
If you've not
noticed the scale, the first windows are above the cloud level.
Yeah,
Excuse
if
me,
they
but
look
perhaps
down
you'd like a lift while I have wings.
Good idea. Let's jump on the back
So-
of this gold dragon.
So here's the thing, GM. What was the password?
You
And
wouldn't
who
have
did he-
known.
who
You
did
wouldn't
he-
have known it unless you'd been hired by a frost giant to come and retrieve the thing. And even if you're given the password, there was a chance, which I did actually roll, that they'd have killed you anyway because they didn't want you getting the glory of retrieving the talk. They wanted it for themselves. But in the meantime, having a search around, you find 15,000 gold pieces, four barrels of frozen red wine, and 24 complete sets of matching silver tableware.
So I take it these guys just came along because they were looking for the talk, but they were the hired guard.
Well, this was the base camp. Yeah, for that they were going to head inside. This was the base camp for obviously an expedition of frost giants that have possibly already gone inside.
I think we should have that fire if they're up above the clouds. They're not going to see it.
I don't know. Reenie's got a point. If Reenie can take us right up to the top, why don't she take us right up now? Unless there's some kind of cloud shield that stops us flying up, because that would bypass most of adventure.
Well, I was just thinking, actually, the bastards didn't actually... I don't think they actually thought anything about the fact that it's 18th level characters. It's 17th level
we might be able to fly.
We might be able to fly, and have a chat with people after we kill them.
Well, yeah. To be honest, we're gonna call it a day there anyway. But I'll share. So I will share out the gold amongst the party. There you go, 2,500 gold each. There's 24. There's 4 barrels of frozen red wine in table. But that.
Hey, that means the dragon can have a nice lolly.
Snookums is using a Benny to... Oh, no, Bert is.
I don't think... it's a... I'm gonna have a check. I'm gonna have a check.
Yeah, Bert's using it, but Snookums is letting you know he's doing it.
Okay.
Wow, wow, wow.
Hey, look,
says...
there's some reet posh tableware here.
Do you need something for your house?
Well, Nico was saying about getting some new stuff for Dragon. Mind you, this has got the arms of Irison on it. I'm not sure I should want that.
I'm sure it could be melted down.
Well,
sorry, my voice is deeper than that right now. I'm sure it could be melted down.
Well, it's got some enamel plates. Oh, we could take plates off, but that'd look dead dodgy. I mean, you can't be having dodgy cutlery in a decent tavern. I mean, I know the Rusty Dragon's not exactly the most upscale place, but I mean that's way below what. I mean, the silver's nice, but if you were to just rip that off, no, Miko wouldn't like that. We need to get something slightly better for taking back to Dragon. I mean, if it didn't have the arms of Irison on it, it'd be lovely. But oh my God, what have I turned into?
I was just wondering that myself.
All right, Reenie, give us a lift at top then.
Everyone climb aboard. That means you too, Amber.
You won't have a bit of a trouble carrying a water elemental.
Well, I'm pretty sure the water elemental can either fly up by himself or change into something else.
Or possibly just flow up the frozen waterfall.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's just, yeah.
Turn himself to snow and unfall.
Yeah.
Unfall.
Yeah. Snow upwards. A bit like the rain did in that Doctor Who episode that time.
Yeah, throw yourself at the ground and miss.
That's it.
Come on, Deadly, get on, Dragon.
Hang on, wait a minute. Seeing all the excitement and while I was cursing Gorham, I forgot about one thing. He's a water elemental.
And you're scared of him.
Well, I don't know.
Because you could drown inside him.
Yes, I know if we get too close.
He could stop being a water elemental, couldn't he?
This your phobias make sense. In the other role play I'm playing, my character's afraid of disposable cups.
No, you have a phobia of red solo cups, quite specific.
Yes.
Red solo
fine.
cups you're scared of.
So first,
honestly, I don't blame him being afraid of red solo cups.
The entire
Good thing
what happened to him?
Being scared of anything's kind of possible.
I've got 3 phobias: red solo cups, cornfields, and abandoned warehouses.
Nice.
It's a pretty impressive set of phobias for somebody.
Attempting to enter by magical means such as dimension door or teleport plus an effect similar to 4. Okay. You need players.
Presser.
He's trying to find a way that says we can't fly in.
No,
but
I'm
so
not
far
trying
it
to find a
doesn't sound like
way.
there is
I'm
one.
just thinking.
Just saying we can't fly in, and we just
No,
go
no,
up the
no,
arse.
no, no.
Yeah,
Don't get me
next
wrong.
week to figure
don't-
it out and let us know.
Yeah, can let us know next week.
Actually, I've just noticed some bugs because obviously I renumbered things and some of the pointers are in the wrong place. Actually, but I'm not going to use this map anyway. I don't think. Well, it's if 100 feet is 6, it is 6. Yeah, it's 800 feet to the top. So yeah, I can't see any. I cannot see anything that stops you flying to the top of the ice sheet.
Well, I was
Alright
thinking we'd probably fly to the village first, because that's where there's likely to be people, if there are any.
Yeah.
Do we need to deal with the people, or just go and look for the?
What's the actual objective?
We need to find this Veil of Tears thing, wherever it might be.
Talk of
Before anybody else does.
Oh, the talk of the
talk of
we-
the
we-
yeah. Hang on. Let me get in the chat and see if someone who's better at pronouncing stupid words than me can do it.
Scotch tea.
Scotch tea. Yeah,
Scotch tea, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was pronouncing it, but we'll see how it goes.
The way you said it there, it sounded a bit like Scotch tape.
So yeah, okay. So you want to fly? You want to fly into there?
Yep.
What is interesting actually is number 22. I can't work out how you get to number 22 except by flight. I was looking at this map.
or with pickaxes climbing the glacier
Yeah.
or the falls.
I definitely prefer the flying idea.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I couldn't see any. Oh, hang on. Maybe.
If we try to fly up, magical attacky things come and attack us to death.
No, I'm being honest. I'm not. I wasn't trying to stop you. Well, I was trying to see if there was a stop. So, yeah, no. I must admit, as far as I can tell, there is no way to get to 22 from inside. As far as I can see.
Fly back out and around later.
Okay, so you're going to fly to up there. Okay.
Yes. And I'm going to make sure that Jels is looking after Amber when we fly.
That's where we shall.
With Cuddle and
Oh yeah, I will have my arm around Amber's neck. Make sure she's calm.
Where we shall start next week then.
Thank you.
Oh, fine. I wasn't. How's Bert getting up there? Is he going to turn back into humanoid form and then just get on your back?
Yeah, Bert will go. Yeah, Bert will go back human and just ride the dragon.
No, I said humanoid. You notice for you half elves. I didn't say human.
So I am now the opium trip for the party.
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
And you should have what?
I've got a mental image of all of the regular two-legged people clinging onto the scales, looking windswept and worried, and Schnookums just standing on my neck with this majestic look and not a hair out of place.
I like that. I like that idea. Yes.
So that's what 940 feet high.
Well,
yeah, give or take about 1,000 feet. Yeah.
It said 800 feet in the description, which is what I calculated it out to earlier. Because it's 80 feet is 6 inches on this map. Which means 100 feet would be 8 inches, wouldn't it?
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to the top there, it is 52, which works out at just about 800 feet.
Fair enough.
Okay, I shall leave it there. Thank you very much. I think that's the biggest fight in terms of numbers of bad guys. Be pleased to know, but yeah, they're all quite. It's all high level stuff, I'm afraid.
Yeah, they're certainly the biggest character sheet in terms of abilities.
Yeah,
it's quite disorienting.
But then at the same time, I've got an awful lot of adventures to adapt before we can. Well, we'll have to come up with something else. But I thought it'd be nice to get back to the root. I found this one. I thought, let's do some Runelording with the old guys first. So, okay, I am going to close it down unless anyone's updating stuff.
Nope. I will try and get you the Ranger stuff sent before next week.
Yes, because I want to close it down and turn on the other modules I forgot to turn on before. Extensions and stuff. So I need to turn on the stacking one. And what was the other? And does anyone know fast tests have been fixed yet?
No idea.
No, I don't know either. Well, next week we shall return to Heroes of Sandpoint. See what happens when you fly. You fly past half of 3/4 of the adventure.